I've got it set up to where we could all just be close together so I could read everyone's comment together. Last time I did not do a very good job of like trying to read all the platforms' comments because there was a lot in the Instagram. But I'm going to try to get better at this time. So we're live on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at the same time. DS Travels World on all the channels. I'm always live on Tuesdays and Sundays this exact time. So whatever the fuck time it is for you, Tuesdays and Sundays, we're going to be right here. I'm going to give it some time for more people to get into the live. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to put the thing up on here. Oh, I was supposed to send it to me right away when I didn't. Man, I thought it was all freaking prepared. I was. Okay. And then make me small. Okay, great. So while we're waiting for people to get in, if you want the personal one-on-one coaching, go ahead and put the answers to these questions in one condensed paragraph. Put it right here in the comments in one condensed paragraph. I like to read every single comment and give every single person coaching. If there are a fuck ton of people in here, like last time, then we're going to do the best we can possibly do. But put your things in there right now. No, why the fuck? I never invited that. Time the fuck out. Get out of here. I don't want to do that. Can you end this? I'm in the middle of a thing. I'm not trying to do this with you. Can you end this, please? Please end the live. How do I get out of this? Fuck.
Hello, my friend.
Great. That was fun. I hate that fucking thing about TikTok where they just let random people join the live. And you press decline. I press fucking decline, but the little button's so fucking tiny that it's right. You have to press the button of like, don't ask me again for 10 minutes because you're an annoying bitch. How about one time is enough, TikTok? Watch me crash out over TikTok real quick. Okay, hello. Okay, blast something. I see you're here again. Look, let me go to the front. Hello, friends. Bestie. Zeke, how's it going? I'm going to book with you soon. Give me a few days to get out the U.S. Fuck yeah, let's do it. If you're trying to book a one-on-one with me, my booking site is easy. Cal is in calendar, cal.com / and then my profile name, DS Travels the World with dashes in between. So cal.com / DS Travels the World. But yeah, let's do it. Sliding scale, $22 to $62. We'll get you a private specific to you plan. Figure out what countries are good to you, how we're going to make sustainable online income for you, what we're doing to be financially safe, secure, stable, all of the things. Sorry for people on the TikTok who were in that before that I just had to end to get back. I don't know how to do it. Last something. Hi, babe. 32, 2 kids. Okay, associates, helping and uplifting other people. Perfect. Content creating, tarot, herbalism, no house. Okay. And what do you need, love? A safe place to go, good quality air, cheap. Well, it's like one of those triangles where you can't have everything all at once. I would say Cambodia, if we're looking for the cheapest place, because we've got to figure out money stuff, right? If we're looking for the cheapest place and you with an associate, so listen up, if you don't have a bachelor's and you want to teach English, you can go teach English in Cambodia and be able to teach and live affordably and be good. So Cambodia, to do it, if you're going to go teach in another country, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, South Korea, and China, you want to look up a company called International TEFL Academy. They're very, very well respected, and they guarantee job placement after you do. It's a month-long program with them, so I highly recommend them. International TEFL Academy, and then in the country you want to go. So for you, I would look into doing an International TEFL Academy course taught in Cambodia, because that's going to be, well, Cambodia is cheap to get to anyways. For anyone wanting to go to Cambodia, all you need is $360. Just $360. You show up on a tourist visa, then you go to immigration, give them $360. That's going to give you a work visa and legal to stay there for a year. If you want to extend, you just keep paying $360 every fucking year, and now you're good legal to stay in Cambodia. For you, your kids, doesn't matter. For felons, they accept. So I would think about going to Cambodia to teach English, because then you and the kids are all legally there. Then you have income coming in. I would think about also for you teaching English online a little bit. We could start this now. So if you don't have a bachelor's and you don't have a teaching English as a foreign language certificate, you could start teaching English right the fuck now at 2 companies called Preply, Preply, and Cambly, Cambly. Both of those companies, Preply, Preply, Cambly, Cambly. Both of those companies will hire you. No TEFL, no teaching English certificate, no bachelor's needed. They'll hire you. So I would look into that for you. Teaching English in person in Cambodia, a course taught in Cambodia, which guarantees a job placement Then everyone's over there on legal visas. That's money coming in. If you teach a little bit extra online on the side, that's enough for everyone to live comfortable. They do have some air quality issues. I don't know where all you would be going in Cambodia. Like you could be going on to beach areas that aren't as bad, but in that area, it's just for 2 months during the extremely hot season, there's just the pocket of smoke from Chinese farmers and Myanmar and Thai farmers and Lao farmers and like Cambodian farmers. Everyone burns their crops at the same time, and because the way that the valleys are right there, the air just gets really trapped. So for 2 months in a lot of those areas, the air just gets pretty shitty. So people just stay inside with air conditioners. It's also really the hot season, air conditioners and like purifiers, or people just like go to another country and bounce around for 2 months. But I would say that would be safest, cheapest option for you guys to go out. Worms, how's it going, my friend? Worms, how are you? How's it going, my friend? Hey, question for you, if you feel comfortable asking, because I keep talking about, obviously when we're talking about going to school online and using that for cash grab, talking about lowest per cost per credit community college in your state, signing up to go to school, taking out all the student loans, all the Pell Grants. That's anywhere between $2,300 to $3,000 every 3 months they give you for 4 years to go to school online. But Worms over here signed up to do it at a tech school, found an online bachelor's in a tech school. Would you mind sharing, if you're comfortable with it, Worms, of like what degree that's in? Because I was trying to talk about it with the client the other day, and I haven't taken the time to search it up myself, of like what even degrees could you be getting at an online tech school? What? Hello. You made it. You did make it, Sovereign Renee. I am the Blade, 28, no dependents, bachelor's project management, security job. I'm so glad you're here. So for you, my love, the most secure, financially successful path is what's called, for anyone under 31 in the United States, anyone under 35 in like Canada and Europe, it's what's called a holiday work visa, and you can get it for Australia and you can get it for New Zealand. So a holiday work visa. In Australia, the minimum wage is $26 an hour, so you can get any job. Work at a bakery, restaurant, whatever, you can get something in your degree. But the money is in farm work. There's a fuck ton of farm work jobs all over Australia where they pay you $26 an hour. They put you up in hostels and dorms, so you're staying for free, or people buy tents, so then they're camping for free with all the other people from usually around Europe who are coming to do it as well. So you're making $26 an hour and not paying for rent, usually buying grocery food and like cooking it with all the other campmates or all the other tent workers. Wrong word. Not tent, not camp. Farm, with all the other farm workers. If you're new here, I have a brain injury. Sometimes this happens. What am I saying? Yeah, so if you're under 31, you should absolutely look into the holiday work visa in Australia and New Zealand. Go make $26 an hour. Go work at a farm and go save. Because I lived in Southeast Asia for a year. So I have met so many people who go backpack the world for like a year or two, and all they did was go to Australia or New Zealand first and go save like $10,000, 6 months, 8 months, a year, and then go travel the world. So if you're young, I recommend going to do that. And you could stay in Australia if you're doing farm work. If you're at least doing 3 months of farm work a year, you can stay in Australia for up to 3 years. So you could be working at a farm for 3 years and then go find some other job that you're interested in and keep renewing that visa for up to 3 years in Australia. In New Zealand, you could also do it again. In New Zealand, up to 2 years. Australia is interesting. So to be approved for the visa, you could be approved for the visa fucking tomorrow. You could be approved in a week. You could be doing this literally in a week. For Australia, you have to show that you have $4,000 like liquid cash, like in your bank account, right? So you have to be able to prove that you've got $4,000 cash. For New Zealand, though, you only have to have $2,500, and that can be on credit. So if you have $2,500, access to a $2,500 limit on a credit card, might I interest you in a holiday work visa in New Zealand? I'm sorry about this light. If you guys are new to this, welcome to the first live stream back in my van. Have you been here for a while? Oh my God, look at the fan we have and this light. It's not so great for you guys sometimes, but it is great for me that we're not just like existing on a camping light anymore. But it would be nice at some point. I might make sure I'm not flashing people. It would be nice at some point to like vibe it, at least for these things. I wonder if I could even, no, because it'll take off this. Nope, that's a later project. Hello, Free Fire. A girl called Jess, 29, no dependents, no bachelors, but I have associates, currently unemployed, passions, writing, helping others. Gorgeous. I hope you were listening to the holiday work visa, Australia, New Zealand. You should go over there, make a fuck ton of money, be chilling on that. Then we should be creating like an online I guess are we going to get into it right now? No, let's get into school. If you don't have a bachelor's, you should sign up to go to school online. Well, one, for you could specifically go to Australia for up to 3 years, make a fuck ton of money. So that's one pathway. Second pathway, you could go to New Zealand up to 2 years, make a fuck ton of money. Two pathways. That's a legal visa. That's the ability to make cash in a fucking week. That's safety, security right there. And then you could save like $10,000 in a fucking year and move to Vietnam or some shit and open up a business. You know what I mean? Or like do whatever you want with it. But for you, anyone under 31, you should totally do that. If you don't have a bachelor's, anyone who doesn't have a bachelor's, or even if you do have a bachelor's and you didn't take out student loans for it, or you didn't take out all your student loans for it, might I interest you in a little bit of fucking shenanigans? Go to school. Sign up to go to school, figure out the lowest cost per credit at community college in your state, because in-state tuition is cheaper than out-of-state tuition. Community colleges are cheaper than universities. So do a little Googs and figure out the lowest cost per credit, in-state tuition. No, what am I saying? I got distracted. Brain injury. I'm talking about school. Oh, figure out the lowest, Google, figure out the lowest cost per credit in-state tuition community college. Sign up to go to school there and go to fastfood.gov and then sign up to take out all the student loans, all the Pell Grants, everything. So that's going to be anywhere between $2,300 to $3,000 every 3 months that the government's just fucking giving you to go to school for 4 years. Right? That's how I first moved abroad. I was going to school in person in Portland and I wanted to go to Mexico because I was fucking done with the United States. So I switched from going to school in person to online. And instead of trying to live in my van in Portland off the small amount that student loans was giving me, I just moved to a beach town in Mexico and started doing all of my homework in a hammock while I was drinking a beer. Speaking of, cheers to me. So if you don't have a bachelor's, or if you haven't taken out all your student loans in a bachelor's, oh my God, might I interest you in signing up to go to school online? Lowest cost per credit community college in your state, fastfood.gov, all the student loans, all the Pell Grants, everything. That's going to be $2,300 to $3,000 every 3 months for 4 years. So on the low end of that, decline, stop fucking, this is what I'm saying. I don't want you motherfuckers in this. TikTok is so annoying with a live stream. No, I don't want you to join. So on the low end of that, $2,300, divide that by 3 months, is $766 a month that the government's just going to give you for 4 fucking years, right? If we can get you a bachelor's, I can guarantee you an English teaching job in Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. You don't need a bachelor's for Cambodia. You can do it with just a high school diploma. Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan, South Korea, China. I can guarantee you a teaching English job over there and making money, saving money, and like work visa, quality income. So if you can get a bachelor's, security, absolute security that you will never have to return back to the United States if you don't want to. You can always be teaching English, right? But you could also be living over in Asia, or I mean, Asia's easier because Southeast Asia is the cheapest, most affordable place we can be living right now. But so in so many places like Thailand, Vietnam's even cheaper, Cambodia's even cheaper. But in Thailand, I lived in Chiang Mai, Thailand for a year. I literally never one time ever cooked at home. I never even made a fucking egg at my house. I ate street food. I ate out at like Thai restaurants all the time. I had my own apartment, had my own scooter. I went out drinking with my friends. I did whatever the fuck I wanted to do whenever I wanted to do it. I lived off $1,000, $1,200 a month. Easy, comfortable, very comfortable. So if you're signing up to go to school online and the school's giving you on the low end $766 every 3 months, that's only $250, $300, $400 we got to come up with online to be comfortably, safely, relaxed living in Southeast Asia, right? For 4 fucking years. If you're trying to make 250 extra bucks online, that's only $67 a week. So you got to make $67 a week to $100 a fucking week to be able to safely, securely, and financially, like stability wise, be able to move to Southeast Asia for the next 4 years until you get a bachelor's, and then you could safely, securely, financially, safe wise be teaching English in a bunch of countries. Work visa, income, stability. Boom. Okay, over here. Hello, Miss Greenable. Hello, what do you think about completing the TOEFL course in Mexico? They also don't require a degree. I think Mexico is great. My only issue with Mexico is they don't pay you guys very much to be teaching English in Mexico. If you want to go to Mexico to do it, if you do International TOEFL Academy, I recommend if you're going to do a TOEFL course in person, it should be International TOEFL Academy. They're very reputable and they guarantee job placement. But just keep in mind in Mexico and a lot of the Latin American countries, they aren't going to be paying you guys very much to be living very comfortably. You're going to have to be living like super, super, super budgeted, or you're going to have to supplement your income with teaching English online as well, which if you're down to do it, do it. I mean, Latin America is great. I live in Latin America. I love Latin America. But they do pay you a lot more money to be teaching English in Southeast Asia. I'm going after my 4-year business degree with my tech school in Washington State. Oh, this is Worms. I'm going after my 4-year business degree with a tech school in Washington State. They offer engineering, nursing, industrial, culinary. There's a lot. Holy fuck. Okay. So Worms, a longtime live stream, longtime buddy who I talked to months ago, now just goes to school online and lives in Albania, right? Because we were in a live stream a long time ago. I always talk about signing up to go to school online at a community college and getting $2,300 to $3,000 back every 3 months for 4 years. Worms signed up to go to an online bachelor's program in a tech school for a tech at a business degree at a tech school. And they're getting back, I think you said $5,000 every 4 months. So that's even more money than what I'm talking about. So as we're looking, if we don't have a bachelor's or we didn't take out all of our student loans for a bachelor's, as you're Googling the lowest cost per credit community college in your state, also be taking a look at online bachelor's taught at tech schools in your state too, because what? Thanks for that, love. Okay, I got to remember this. You did bachelor's, you could do engineering, nursing, industrial, culinary, a bunch of shit. Okay, great. Miss Greenable, 44, married, husband's a veteran, you're disabled with heart issues. So if you're on disability, if you get SSDI, your disability checks will continue for most countries. We have to do a double check to make sure that they apply. But most countries, your SSDI will stay on when you move abroad. Your SSDI does not. That is gone a month after you leave. Unfortunately, sorry about that. We have a 3-year-old and grown kids with kids or families, multiracial, associates with 20 years, childcare expert, interested in digital product is what I assume you're saying. Okay, so when we're talking about sustainable online income, yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a second. You be on pause. I'm going to talk about that. One, an interesting place you might be able to look into to moving to is, I always want to say Bolivia. It's not Bolivia. Belize. Brain injury. A place you might want to look into is Belize. So Belize, if you're over 40, they offer a retirement visa. Only one person has to be over 40. The spouse, it's not, they don't recognize same-sex marriage. So unfortunate for us, it doesn't apply to us. Pretty fucking shitty. But for same-sex people, if you're over 40, they recognize your spouse and all your children underneath you. So only one person has to be over 40 to be qualified for the Belize retirement visa over 40. But if you could show that you can come up with $2,000 online and you could put that in a Belize bank account, you can get residency in Belize, which is an English-speaking country in the Caribbean. So that might be interesting for you guys to be thinking about. And then listen here a second. I'm going to wait till somebody else gives me an example that I can use, but then we're going to be talking about here in just a second about online sustainable income and 3 different revenue streams, 3 different sustainable as fuck revenue streams of how we can be showing up in our gifts and our talents and our skills and like what makes us us and how we can show up and be teaching that or selling that online. I'm going to find another comment that gives me an example to use. Depending on your degree or certificate, tech school students can complete faster. Ooh, can be harder to transfer credits to and from tech schools. My tech school took my community college credits easily. From my research, tech school and community can be comparable in price. My state, Washington, provides quite a lot of grants for me each quarter. That helps a lot. Check your state if they pay you too. Hell yeah. I thought this was going to be more comfortable to do at this position, but with this light, it's kind of a pain in the dick for you guys. Oh, I wonder if this could be better, actually. Give me a second. Oh. This is going to be better, I bet. Oh, way better. Oh, no. It's just this wrong. Way freaking better. Is it? I'm fine to be in the dark. I don't know if these kids can see it. I don't know. We'll see. Is that better? I think that's better than a glaring light every once in a while. Okay. Sexy Slim, Tasha, 44 years old. I'm, man, the size comparison of all the different fonts on here. Woo! Okay, Instagram, you small as fuck. Taisha, 44 years old. I'm a EKG tech. I have 2 kids, no degree. Need to know where I can go. I've been in the healthcare for over 20 years. Interesting. Okay. So anyone with like any tech, any specialty, especially if it's in a healthcare field, we're going to check for you. This is something that we would do like on a one-on-one, right? But you need to be checking in different specialty visas around the world. New Zealand gives a lot of interesting specialty visas for healthcare. Ireland gives a lot of interesting visas. UK gives a lot of interesting visas. So I would be checking for your specialty, what countries are offering specialty visas for that, because it's likely that New Zealand might be looking for you. Other than that, if you can't transfer with your knowledge, I would say even potentially looking into doing the whole going to school online thing, in anything. You could be doing it in anything. If we can get you any degree, we could be teaching English, and that's stability, financial stability. If you go teach English in South Korea and China, you can save like $40,000 a year. It's crazy making money over there. Thailand, Taiwan, Vietnam, you're going to be able to live comfortably and be able to save a little bit extra. Yeah, so look into that. If your education, if your like skill doesn't just transfer over, I would look into that. Or I would look into, okay, well, I guess you can't really do that all that well because yours is like a certified thing. So you can't really be like teaching people online all that easy about that. No harm. Okay. God is body one. Hey, I saw you in the comments. I'm so glad you're here. You're 48, bi, black, female, sex worker, 3 OnlyFans pages, no dependents, no degree, no home. Okay, love. But we have money. I want to know, if we were in a one-on-one, I would ask you specific questions, which you don't have to talk about it here, about like how much exactly you're making, because a month confidently secure, no exaggeration. Because if you're confidently making $1,500 or more a month, we can easily, without no fucking problem, no worry, literally no sweat whatsoever, get you to so many countries in Southeast Asia. If you're comfortably making $1,000, $1,200 a month, we can get you to so many places in Southeast Asia. Yeah. So if you're making over that, I mean, if you've got 3 pages going, I'm assuming there's some money involved. If you could do that, your only thing is that you're going to need to be checking to make sure that that sort of work is legal there. I know in Thailand it's illegal, and my friends who do that work there have to use like really good VPNs and be like super on top of it. They're like Thai citizens though, so that like is more dangerous for them. But for you, you're going to want to make sure of like the regulations before you go. Yeah. Other than that, we could be teaching that. I mean, obviously you're selling that online. So here's the thing about, I guess I could use this as an example. That's fun. The thing about online remote sustainable work, right, is we're not looking for some company in the United States to hire us to then like give us a job and that's our stability. That's old thinking. Get that out of your head. Remote sustainable income looks like asking ourselves, what are our gifts, our talents, our skills? What are our unique expertise? How can we show that and teach that online or sell that online, right? So for you already sell that online. Amazing. How could you teach that online? How could you be teaching? I don't know what kind of content you do, but like, I love that I'm using you as an example. I don't know what content you do, but maybe you do like photos. So could you be teaching poses? Could you be teaching how to be safe in the industry? Could you be teaching confidence in things? How could you, like, what about your expertise can you be teaching to other people? You know what I mean? So that's how we're showing up at online remote stable income, is what could we be teaching? What could we be selling? For you is interesting because I don't know if you want to be giving, I mean, you could be doing a live stream into like coaching classes, into a membership platform, into like group classes, which is what we talk about. No, I don't want you, TikTok, to join the stream. I mean, we could be doing it for you. So we could use this for any example. I'm going to use you an example right now, right? So for any example, for a sustainable online remote income, we have to think about, again, our unique gifts, skills, talents, and expertise. How can we show up online and how can we be teaching that, or how we can be selling that, right? So we need to be building a platform of doing this. Now, your greatest marketing, your cheapest, most available marketing to you, and the best marketing is your social media, right? So we've got to start using your social media to market your shit. It's not 2020 anymore. People don't really make money on social media. I mean, on TikTok, on that fascist fucking censored ass app, sometimes free views. But even when I'd get a video with like 1 million views, I'd be lucky if I got $50, sometimes $60. You know what I mean? Like, people aren't making money on social media the way that it used to be. Maybe if I turn the light up, that'll help. Let me turn the light up on this one too. So the way that we make money on social media is we gain a community, we gain a crowd of people who like what we have to offer, who then become our audience and our clientele, right? So what you do is you create a community around you using your social media. You give it away for free. You teach it away for free. You build trust. You build trust within yourself, trust within your community. You bring people in the room. You continue doing it for free. Then you start charging for classes, one-on-one sessions, class sessions. Then you start charging for a membership panel of like all of your information. And then you start grouping shit into classrooms. Now, let me break it down. That was like too long to write notes, but let me break it all down for you, right? So let's say for you, right? You want to, a sex worker. Okay. Let's use this example. So for you, we want to be teaching it. You want to be teaching these skills online. Let's say that you do photos. You're big into photos, right? So you want to be teaching posing, how to be posing, what kind of props we could be using, what kind of angles, how to capture your good angles. And maybe you're doing this all by yourself. So like solo posing and capturing the angles, like that's your vibe, right? So we're teaching this. So you're going to show up on a live stream first. You're going to start making your reels, you're making your posts, you're making your content on social media, and all of your stuff is advertising. We're all advertising and marketing that now we're going to start showing up for free and this free community care and this free session, these free things, right? So whatever it is, I mean, let's say you are into yoga, you're into meditation, let's say that you're into like sustainable gardening pattern. Let's say that you're into indigenous folklore and spirituality. Let's say that you're into learning different languages. These are all past one-on-one clients. What other things have we had recently? So many things, right? So let's say that you're into art, you're a muralist, you're an artist, right? And so you want to start teaching how to do this. You want to start teaching how you're filming your stuff, how you're making your content, how you're creating this art, how you're, and also you want to teach like, maybe like paint and sip nights. People go to those like paint and sip wine nights or whatever, but instead you're doing it online. So now you're going to do for free paint and sip art nights with you. This time, I think it's smart to do it twice a week so that you continue building an audience and continue building a flow. Do it twice a week. Set time, set in stone that you just show up and you do it. Every week, I'm doing this free coaching, this free thing that I'm giving away to the community this time and this time. And start on all your reels, all your other stuff that you're doing. You walking around or whatever other content you're filming. Start advertising that now you're going to start showing up for free in these free classes, these free lessons for people to learn this art skill or learn about sustainable gardening or do yoga and meditation and grounding with me in the morning. I'm giving it away for free. Here's my times I do this free service, right? So every time we show up and we do our live streams, every time you do your live stream, you're on not only being live, but you're filming yourself doing it. You have a recording of yourself doing it, right? So in the beginning, this is a long-term sustainable business. This is not get rich overnight, which we could talk about that, maxing out your credit card, going to school online. Those are getting money quicker overnight. This is long-term sustainable business aligned with your passions, your skills, your interests, the shit that makes you feel alive, right? Which makes it sustainable. It's only sustainable if it's something that makes you feel like you're showing up in your purpose. That's what sustainability is, right? So we're finding those unique gifts and skills within ourselves. Everyone needs to be asking themselves, what are my skills? What are my gifts? What am I like uniquely gifted at? What are my friends always asking me about? Am I really good with like helping my friends fix their resume? Am I really good at like helping my friends find self-love and confidence in themselves? Am I really good at like research? Am I like, who are you? Be asking yourselves your skills, right? And then we're going to start advertising on our content. And we could talk about how do we make content. You always want to film on your back camera. So we're always filming on our back camera. Right? So we're never filming on the front camera. The video quality of your front camera is shitty. I'm teaching you how you can have virality and videos that can go viral right now, right? So we're always filming on our back camera. Whenever you start filming, pick up your camera, record it, and do a full 360 of you in the room. And look at the angles and look at the lighting. This is bad lighting for me right now. I would not be using this lighting for a video of mine, right? So we're picking up our phone, filming on the back camera, and we're doing a full 360 of us in the room. And we're seeing where we look the best in the room, where the lighting is hitting us the best. And that's the angle that we're filming our content in, right? So that's our two biggest problems is your video quality sucks because you're using your front camera. And I can tell every time, start using your back camera. Your lighting quality sucks because you're not figuring out where the lighting hits you the best. And those two reasons alone are the reasons why your videos are not getting pushed around the algorithm, why you continuously have low view count. So fix those two issues. Your second issue you got to fix is the first 3 to 6 seconds, you got to say something interesting. People are scrolling. People are doom scrolling all the time. You don't watch something unless it's interesting in the first couple seconds. So whatever the fuck you're talking about, make the first 3 to 6 seconds interesting. If something happens in the middle of you filming something, let's say something fell or something broke or someone did something exciting or something happened when you're editing that video, edit that part out, cut it, put it in the very beginning, and then play the beginning again. Always give them the meat first. Give them the exciting shit first. Make them stop. Make them wonder what you're talking about and stay to want to watch, right? That's how we have content that can be virality. So you don't need to have tens of thousands of people in your on your social media to have an audience. You need 1,000 people, maybe 2,000 people to have paying customers, right? You don't need a huge fucking platform to be able to have sustainable online income at the fuck all. And so what we're doing when we're making content around your niche, maybe again, you're making content about how you're starting to offer free live streams of yoga and grounding and meditation in the morning, right? You're starting to offer free live streams about how to do self-shot poses, but boudoir poetry, that's not the right word. It's another PH word, photography, brain injury. What am I saying? You're starting to teach people how to do like nice self-solo boudoir, I almost said it again. Photography. I can't say that anymore. You're giving free coaching on how people can have sustainable gardens, of what size of plot land they have and how they can be sustainable to utilize their growing patterns, right? You're showing up in your gift, skills, and talents, so we're starting it for free. And all of your content is around that. All of your marketing is like, hey, everyone, this day and this day at this time, I'm doing free coach, right? Free. So when we're doing our coaching, our live streams, we're always recording it. Now, you're doing this for months. This is a slow process. This is a long-term stable business plan, right? So you're recording this shit for months. It doesn't matter who's in the room. It doesn't matter if 3 people in the room, 20 people in the room. It doesn't matter who's in the room, right? You're doing this in the beginning to grow confidence in yourself, to know that you know how to teach this stuff, that you are growing confidence in your ability to have value in teaching this stuff. You're growing confident in that your audience trusts you, that they trust that when you say something, that there's authority and knowledge behind that, right? So don't show up and do the live streams and worry about the number count. It doesn't matter. None of that matters at all. What matters is that you're filming your content, because we're using this later. You're filming all of your content, right? So we're doing your live streams. Maybe you're doing it for 4 months, 5 months, 8 months, whatever it is. You're filming your live streams. You're getting people in the room. You're getting people to trust you. You're feeling valuable. You're feeling safe, secure. You're feeling confident as fuck that you could start charging. You could start charging people for this. You can start having people pay for your courses, and there's value in that. Then you start having courses, whether it's group courses or one-on-one courses or however you want to do it. Do fucking both, right? So start offering, and you do whatever you want business plan. I'm an anarchist socialist. I believe the smartest business plan is making shit super cheap and getting a lot of people in the room and getting a lot of people to come back. I think that's just actually really smart business, but you do you do whatever the fuck you want to. But for me, I think it makes the most sense to charge $5, $7 for a group class. Get 2 people in there, 10 people in there, 20 people in there. It doesn't matter. But start, after 5, 6, 8 months, however long it takes you to feel confident in this, continue doing your free work, your free live streams, because that brings people in the room. It brings clients in the door, new people coming in, right? And continues to build trust. But also start doing once a week, whatever it is, start doing group classes. So now people are charging for your knowledge, right? So now we're starting to make a little revenue. So do $5, $7 group classes. Start doing one-on-one consultations. So you want to charge $20, whatever it is, right? Like charge $20 plus a $2 fucking strike fee for my one-on-one coaching. Start charging that to do yard planning. Figure out how big someone's yard is and exactly where they could be growing what to utilize the maximum amount of vegetation, because that's your skill set, right? That's your passion, is sustainable gardening, right? So now we've got revenue coming in. And again, every single time we're ever doing a live stream, we're doing it twice a week. We've been doing it months. We've been doing this for a long time. Every single time we're doing a live stream, we're always filming it. Every single time we're doing a group class, we're always filming it. We're not filming your one-on-one courses because that's fucking weird. But every time you're doing a live stream or a group class, you're filming it. So now we've got tons of back content of this, right? So now we're going to start a membership page. Same action. All we ever fucking do is teach one 20-minute, 30-minute class and press record on the live stream or the group class. That's all we're ever fucking doing. So now we've got one income coming in from teaching group classes, another income coming in from doing one-on-one clients, another income coming in. We're going to start a membership. So now pay $20, $30, and you could have access to all my video, all my content I've done. So now all of your back videos that you've been doing for fucking months, now they live over there. Now someone's paying you $20, $30 to have access to all of your fucking content, right? Same action we're ever doing, but now that's 3 different revenue streams, right? Another revenue stream. So now you've got so much back content. You've been doing this for a while. You have value in your classes. Now you're starting to group them in class sets. So now here's your 5-part series of yoga and power hit yoga in the morning. Here's your 7-part series of sustainable growing patterns. Here's your 5-part series of the sister plants. Why we grow these plants together, you know? So you start, it's all the same shit. You're not doing any extra work. All you've ever done is film your live streams and film your group classes. And now you have so much back content that, you know, you could start grouping them in class organizations. Now you could start advertising that. My 7-part group class series for $50, right? Whatever it is, same action, all we've ever done. And now there's multiple different revenue streams from this. And that's long-term sustainable. In 5 years, people are going to be finding you and joining your membership. In 5 years, someone could be taking your 5-part series on premenstrual herbs, the herbs that you could be taking to alleviate, PCOS stuff, right? And so this shit is like long-term sustainable, and you could do it with anything that you are an expert in. If in 2 years your interests grow and they change and they ebb and they flow, perfect. Your brand is who the fuck you are. Your niche is everything that you're an expert in. So you get into the flute and you start getting really badass in the flute. And so now you start teaching how we play this one specific song. And you got a three class series of how we're learning how to play this one fucking Led Zeppelin song on the flute. You know what I mean? Like anything that you are skilled, gifted, talented in, teach it or sell it online. Make it super cheap so that the barrier of entry is really low. If someone's really into the fucking flute, man, even $5, I mean, not everyone's got $5, but even $5, sometimes you can come up together with that and do a class that feels really good to you of some shit that you really enjoy with someone, you know what I mean? So that's my sustainable business plan, is start doing live stream stuff. I mean, this is what I've been doing. Like I've been doing free mover bod coaching live streams for 9 months, right? This is my 3rd week that I've been doing one-on-one private coachings. My costs are $22 to $62 sliding scale rate. I've made $2,600 in 24 days, mostly in $22 and $20 appointments. I only get $20 and $20 appointments, right? This model fucking works. If you show up and give your gifts away for free on a live stream and you build community trust and you build an audience around you and the algorithm, which I already taught you how we're making videos that can go viral, right? If you can get videos on the algorithm and you can build people in who trust you, who value what you're saying, you can start giving it away, teaching it for free on live streams. People see like, oh, you have value, things to teach me, right? People start gathering. Then in a couple of months, 6 months, 7 months, or whatever, you start charging for classes of this valuable information that you have. Start charging super community, low barrier of entry rate. You know what I mean? Bada bing, bada boom. And especially when we're living in places like Southeast Asia, where it only takes $1,000, $1,200 to live very, very comfortably. What are we talking about? This sustainable as fuck. I mean, this is literally what I do. 100% of your viewers have not shared this stream, is what it says over here. I guess you can share the stream. If you can share the stream, do it. I don't know. Okay, reading back in the comments. Thank you. I guess I got to figure out how to bring in my own money because my SSDI would be gone. No, SSDI stays. Your SSDI does stay. It goes. You have to check what country you're moving to because not all countries you can keep it. SSDI or SSI, no, that's gone. But SSDI stays. Yes. Coincidentally, though, some of my answers were from Belize. Ooh, you should look into Belize. Absolutely. DS Tech colleges, here's something to remember. Administrative IT business tracks are usually better for online school. Okay. Administrative IT business tracks, also business focused social media marketing certification. Oh, shut the fuck up. Wait, time the fuck out. You could get an online bachelor's in social media marketing. No, I guess it's a certification, but could you get student loans for that? Wait, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, back to the comments. If you're new here, I read every single comment. I just take my time with everyone and then get off on tangents about stuff. So just be patient and I'll get to you. And also be listening because I repeat the same coaching for everyone over and over and over again. What about TEFL.org? I don't know TEFL.org off the top of my head. International TEFL Academy is incredibly well known. Every country I've gone to, I've traveled the world a lot. So I've talked to people who are teaching English who have gone and done the TEFL, and pretty much everyone I talk to does International TEFL Academy or Ninja TEFL in Vietnam. What about Paraguay? So Paraguay is easy. I don't recommend it if you are a Black person or if you're a BIPOC person who's not Latin based. I I do a lot of my research on for Black and BIPOC people where it's like safe and good to go on different Facebook groups of like Black expats, and a lot of people say that Paraguay there's a lot of like I mean it's okay, but there can be a lot of hate. So I tried with that one with caution. But Paraguay is interesting because it used to be that you had to have like 5,000 in a bank account that you just put there. You didn't even have to like spend. I mean, you have to pay for the visa and stuff, but you just had to have it there. But I don't even think you need that. I think you just have to show that you like have some amount of money. It's just like it's very what's that one word called where it doesn't really mean an exact thing? I want to say it starts with an S or no, a V. Vague? Vague. I fucking got it. It's very vague. It seems like of what the exact financial requirement is for Paraguay, but it seems like it's basically nothing. That if you just get down here, you're pretty much good to go. I would caution Black and BIPOC people who aren't Latin speaking. So take that how, yeah, turn off. I don't want fucking co-host. I have my dog with me, German Shepherd, young Black male, 20 years old. So for people under 31, I always recommend New Zealand, Australia holiday work visa, but with a big dog, that's not doable. Because they're an island, they quarantine really heavily, and that's just like not super fun. So if you could leave dog with someone for a year or two and go down there and make a fuck ton of money, do that, and then reunite with dog and then move to Southeast Asia, if that's the vibe. If that's not the vibe, then my advice for you, my friend, is to sign up to go to school online. Again, lowest cost per credit community college in your state, or look up online bachelors for tech school taught in your state. Sign up for all the student loans, fafsa.gov, all the student loans, Pell Grant student loans. What else am I saying? Sign up for that. Start teaching English online. If you don't have a bachelor's or if you don't have a teaching English certificate, anyone can get a job at two companies, Preply, 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 and Cambly, Cambly, Preply and Cambly. So for you, I would advise to be looking into Southeast Asia. If money is the biggest struggle, which if you're not able to go to New Zealand and Australia and go make $26 an hour and like fucking save a bunch of money, I would say that Cambodia is the best bet. So if money is the struggle, Cambodia is the cheapest. It's only $360 per person that you have to give them for a year visa to work and to live, like legally totally fine. You enter on a tourist visa, and then once you're there, you go to immigration and get a $360 year-long, it's called an E-class business visa. So you could stay and do that, and then you could be living there comfortably for like $1,000, $1,000 a month. So I would recommend doing that, signing up to go to school online, because again, the low end of that, the $2,300 to $3,000 you're going to get back on student loans every 3 months. On the low end of that is $766 a month for 4 years. So if we only got to come up with $1,000 to live comfortable, we only got to come up with an extra $250 a month, which is $67 a week, which is fucking nothing. You can make $67 a week online. Start teaching English. Preply, Cambly. If you are a person who makes social media content and you want to do content, TikTok, Instagram, there's not very good money in that, but Facebook is the secret dark horse. Start whenever you post it to Instagram, make sure that it's automatically sharing to Facebook. Word to the wise, don't go over there and look at the comments. Don't engage over there. Zero at all. Don't ever go over there. It's the scum of the earth, worst, gross. It's nasty. It's gross. Don't go over there. Just make some money. Just for like the random shit that I share over Instagram, sometimes when I'm not getting removed from my monetization for being mean to white people. Who can blame me though? Sometimes I make like $500, $700 a month just by posting whatever the fuck. So get over there and make sure that you're cross-posting to Instagram, because even an extra $100, $200 a month, please. You know what I mean? Free Fire. Hello, Ray, 41, master's in counseling psych. Okay. This beer is getting a little cold. Okay. Hey, Ray. 41, master's in counseling psych, certification in that word assault. Child and spouse, over 100K in student loans. You were here the other day. Over 100K in student loans, literacy, poetry, writing, crochet, gardening, and growing. A key and continue. Yeah. Continue. Oh. Did you continue down? Event coordination, IAPV, healing and recovery. I own my own home. Okay, so for you, we need to sell that house. Sell that house or rent it out. Don't be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution. Rent it out for a community wage. Don't be a fascist landlord. You know what I mean? So either sell that house, rent that house out. I've met so many people who live abroad and their only income is that they were privileged enough to own a home back in the day and they're renting that out. So do that or sell it. Southeast Asia is the most affordable. We're talking. So you've got a bachelor's. You could always obviously be teaching English, but we could also get you doing all of that teaching online. All of this is marketable. All of this. So what could we call you? A coach? We could be calling you that word assault. We could be calling you a coach. We could be calling you all sorts of things. You could be doing your free move abroad coach. You could be doing your free live streams around like healing and recovery from that kind of assault. We could be doing we could be doing we could be doing it around poetry, writing, your crochet, gardening, growing. I mean, any of your things. All of your skills are marketable. So you could be teaching that, selling that shit anywhere. Maybe you're making crochet patterns. Maybe you're selling that online. Maybe you're teaching people how to crochet. Maybe you're starting group classes on how to crochet. Maybe your live streams are like the beginning steps of crochet patterns, or maybe your live streams at the beginning are about writing and finding your voice and self-empowerment. Maybe that also ties into your maximum assault coaching and grounding with that with your counseling background. You have a lot of marketable stuff. So the question for you is like, how do I show up and teach that? What of all of my many gifts and skills and talents do I want to be showing up and teaching? What do you want to be doing on a live stream? And like, how can you be showing up in that? Countries for you. I mean, I always love Thailand. I love Thailand. I love Cambodia. Because you're over 40, you might want to be looking into Belize and being able to get the retirement visa for over 40 people. You only have to come up with $2,000 a month that you can put in a Belize bank account and show that you have it. And then you, your spouse, and your kid all have residency, and you could keep renewing that. So that's a pretty good option. Dancing and dreaming, things came up, so I'll catch you next time. Sorry. No worries. So if you're new, Sundays and Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Paraguay time, we're live. Over here, always, Sundays and Tuesdays, I'm here for the free move around coaching, so come in when you can. Vague, you're right. That was the word I was looking for. I'm going for a 4-year degree with a social media. Wait, you're going for a 4-year degree with social media marketing focus. Amazing. This can open the door to more easily getting a remote social media marketing job if you want. Also, you don't even need that shit. If you want to do some social media marketing, if you want to make a fuck ton of money right now, you need to go on Instagram. You need to go to Run with Alexandra. Right now, you should be writing that in your notes. Run with Alexandra. She's got a $9 book. I haven't bought it. I want to buy it. I want to start doing this shit on the side. But she teaches you how to do social media marketing. So every fucking company around the world, every company, every business, even a taco stand, whatever, uses social media or should be using social media to market. So she teaches you the exact fucking copy and paste prompts that she uses to send out to companies with different photos that she's taking to show that she can. And she's not the focus of it. It's just, oh, look at your products. Look how beautiful. Let me show you how to edit it. Let me show you the template to edit it. Like, if you want to get into social media marketing, go buy a $9 book from Run with Alexandra and go look at her shit. She doesn't gatekeep even in her videos. She like puts the prompts and shit. Like, there's other people who do social media marketing that like charge a lot for these like courses and shit. Her shit's $9. She doesn't gatekeep. She's cool as fuck. You should check it out. KB, bachelor's in psych, black husband and biracial child, 21, 27, 31, and 2, hoping to bring our animals, looking for Japan, willing to locate anywhere. With TEFL, can hubby work in Japan? Well, Japan is tricky. If you're going to go teach English, yes, you can do it. I would look into, again, International TEFL Academy, TEFL course taught in Japan is what I would look at for you, because then they guarantee job placement for you there. Other than teaching English in Japan is really hard to get long-term residency in unless you speak Japanese. If you speak Japanese and open a business, perfect, amaze. But if you don't speak Japanese, even if you have like your own online remote work, they only will give you a 6-month visa at a time. You can keep renewing it, but only 6 months at a time. But if you want to go teach English over there, yeah, I would look at International TEFL Academy, the course taught in Thailand. No, Japan. This beer is getting warm. Well, you guys don't see. You don't know about these. So a lot of times in Latin America, this is how the beer is sold. It's sold in liters at a time. Kawame. Well, that's what they call it in Mexico. They probably call it something way fucking different everywhere else. Okay. What about Thailand? What about Thailand? Mariel Mars. I'm 33 with 6 dependents. No bachelors, no own my own home. I'm an herbalist, homemaker, stay-at-home wife, mom. I need safe and affordable. Okay, for you, my love. Is it just you, one person with 7 mouths to feed, or how old are your kids? Are they 18? Could they be working too? Do you got a partner in this, or is it just you having to come up with the income of 7 people? Regardless, I'm probably going to tell you Cambodia is the best bet. Cambodia, you need $360 per person to get a visa for them. It's the cheapest anywhere in the world. So that lets you stay legally, work legally. The kids can stay there legally and go to school. $360 per person per year. If you have a high school diploma, you can get teaching English in Cambodia, which also is a work visa, which also, if you go to International TEFL Academy and the TEFL course taught in Cambodia, and you go and teach English in Cambodia, you would get a work visa, and then your kids probably don't have to pay, you wouldn't have to pay $360 per person, because you would all be there on a work visa. Because $360 times 7, I don't have a calculator on me right now. Well, what's 4 times 7? 28. So it's probably going to be like $26.50 or some shit like that, you know? That's not nothing per year. So I would look into International TEFL Academy, TEFL course taught in person in Cambodia. Look into that. You need to start teaching English online as well. Preply and Cambly, start teaching that. We need to start an online empire for you with teaching your herbalism, your homemaker, what sort of stay-at-home wife, mom stuff do you do? Homeschooling. If you do homeschooling, start teaching courses on homeschooling. Start doing live streams on how stay-at-home people can set up their own homeschooling, how different curriculum, different examples of curriculum. So what about your skills, your herbalism, your homemaker, your stuff? How can you start teaching that online or selling that online, right? Hello from Spain. Hello, my friend. How are you? Okay. Oh, awesome. Run with Alexandra. Yes, definitely. Hello, Parasita. Sovereign Renee. Hey, I'm Renee. I'm 37 years old. Live in Houston, Texas. I recognize your face. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Renee. 37 years old. Live in Houston, Texas. 4 kids plus your fiance. Okay. Bachelor's Forensic Psychology. Interesting. Special Lines Claims Adjuster. I have no idea what that means, but that sounds smart. Special Lines Claims Adjuster, business owner, and halfway in the TEFL certificate rent. Okay. So many things for you. Okay. Do you say, you say down here, I don't own a home. I need to get my family out of this country safely. Yes. Well, one, Cambodia is a great option because you've got 4 kids and 2 adults. So money might be tight for a hot second until we get like super established, and then we're good to go. So if money is like concern right now, Cambodia is always the ticket. Again, you only need $360 per person to be able to live legally and work in Cambodia. For you, if you've got even if you don't have a bachelor's, if you don't have a bachelor's, you can get a teaching English certification taught in Cambodia and be guaranteed a job placement in Cambodia, which is a work visa, which would be visas for your kids and your spouse to like not have to pay the $360 per person for the year. So that's something to think about. Could you be teaching English in Cambodia? But also, let's talk about your other stuff. Like for you, I would really love to get in a one-on-one with you because you have so many things, but it's hard to get on it really in depth right here, right? How you need to be teaching people how to do what you do. So if you have a business, how can you be showing up on these free live streams, teaching people how to start their own businesses, start their own small business? You need to be doing free live streams, teaching people how to start their own fucking small businesses, what we're doing with paperwork, what we're doing with names. And let me give you a hint. Every single mover brand coaching is the same shit. I don't come up with new information every time. It's the same information that I'd say the entire time I'm on here. I'm just sharing the same information over and over and over and over again. Every live stream, it's the same. New people, new comments, but it's the same information, right? So be starting to give free coaching on building your own business, or what else is stuff you into? Obviously we could do the TEFL. We could always be teaching English, right? Like that's a safe That's always for anyone, even without a bachelor's, because you could go teach English in Cambodia, right? But if you've got a bachelor's, you can always guaranteed that you could get an English teaching job over in Southeast Asia, which is work visa, financial money, and savings. For you, not savings. For you and your husband would have to both do it and maybe do a little teaching English on the side. Well, it depends on what country. You could go teach English in China and South Korea, do International TEFL Academy, TEFL taught in South Korea, and go over there and save like $30,000, $40,000 a year and go teach English over there. You could go do that for a fucking year or two. You and your husband could both go over to South Korea or China and go teach English for 1 year. Any bachelor's, it doesn't matter what bachelor's. Do it International TEFL Academy, TEFL taught in person in South Korea or China, guaranteed job placement. Go over there and teach for a year or two, you and your husband. Leave with 60,000, 120,000 in savings. Go open a business in Vietnam. What? Go open a business in Vietnam. And now that's forever. Work visa, stability, income, you know what I mean? Or you could go another route. You could do the online teaching. Remember, remote income, we're talking about what we can sell, what we can teach. Teach people how to start their own businesses. Teach people how to start their own small businesses, what paperwork you need, how to be creative, how to network, how to market. That's so valuable. Sending love. Oh, thank you so much, Earthverse. KB, online tech school, computer science, data analysis, software engineer, cybersecurity, and more. Yeah, okay, so be looking in lowest cost per credit community college in your state, and also be looking at online. What did I have? Brain injury. It just comes out of nowhere sometimes. What am I saying? School. Oh yeah, could be looking into the lowest cost per credit community college in your state, and also be looking into the lowest cost online bachelor started at tech school. Fuck yeah. Earthverse, thank you for your help today. If Diaz doesn't get to your question, just book a session. Worth it. Oh, I know who you are. Hi, Kate. Hello, my love. Speaking of teaching English in South Korea, I'm gonna pin this comment. Yeah, we had a great sesh. I don't own a home, no degrees. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Online tech school, we did that. Blah something. Thank you. Cambodia sounds lovely. Southeast Asians are just fucking gorgeous and lovely. Cambodians are so lovely, so kind, so progressive. Gay marriage is not legal yet, but it's like definitely been talked about for a long time. And we also have to remember with Cambodia, like one generation back, they had their own genocide there. So they're like very much still rebuilding, like in recent generations, right? They're super queer safe, very trans safe. Weed is illegal. I'm a stoner. I don't know if it matters to you, but it matters to me. Thailand, you can get weed at a dispensary over the counter. I can also tell you where you can buy dabs if you're into dabs, even though those are illegal. Cambodia, weed is illegal, but it's not like really criminalized. It's like advertised at restaurants and hostels and shit. Like it has weed on the menu, you know. It just means that like don't be selling some as a tourist, and don't be buying like, I smoke a fuck ton all the time, so don't be buying like pounds all the time, you know. Buy an ounce or two at a time when you fucking party, or when you know, in your day-to-day life. But in Vietnam, weed is illegal, and I mean, although I've smoked weed in every country I've ever been to, hard brag. They are starting to crack down more. Vietnam, they're starting to like take drug dogs up to like apartment buildings, like whole ass apartment buildings, and just going like room to room, which is like fucking crazy. So that's to be noted. Yeah, Cambodia is lovely. Cheese gang. Will employers in Australia mind if my resume has a pattern of working at a job for a few months and leaving? Do I lie about the length of my work history or just seek temporary work? I don't think it matters at all, babe, especially because you're ideally, if I'm queen of the universe, you're going to go find farm work jobs. And most of the people who go down there are 20, 18, 22 who don't really have much experience. And there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of farm work jobs all over. So you're going to find a farm work job. So it doesn't matter. I mean, you can lie if you want to. Who gives a fuck? It's not like they're going to be calling people in the United States to get your referrals. So say whatever. I mean, most of a resume is a lie anyways. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, but they're not going to give a shit if you have gaps in your employment. There's so many different farm work jobs. It's not going to matter. Oh, awesome. You'd sign up for that class? Oh, hell yeah. What class? I have a bachelor's in graphic communication in Paris. I don't know how to say your name, so sorry. I have a bachelor's in graphic communication and I work from home, but they don't want me to move abroad. I know how to instructional design. I now do instructional design. I'm interested in moving with my adult trans son, partner, pets. I don't have any degrees. They work at Target. I'm probably going to support them for a bit, but I need an income, and so will they. How old are you, babe? So you have a bachelor, so you could be working, you could be teaching English anywhere. So you could go, if I had, I wish I could search right now. So you could search right now if, let's say for instance, you could be Googling, say if you get a teaching English job as an expat in Thailand or Vietnam or China or South Korea, wherever you want to fucking go, see if they will allow your dependents to come with you. Although that you're not married, and I don't know if they would legally recognize that, do you? Did you say married? You're adult. Oh, it's your kid. Oh, you're fucking fine. Oh, but your partner too. I don't know that they would let you go with just a partner. It would have to be a dependent. Well, anyways, you could still do it, right? I'm 52 and they're 30. Interesting. Well, so that wouldn't work. The Belize over 40 visa wouldn't work because they don't recognize queer stuff. So that wouldn't work for you guys. But you should still. Kid is married. He's an adult. Okay. Oh, is he coming? So really, it's just you and your partner that you're like taking care of for a hot minute. Yes. Yes. Okay, so then what you should do is you should look into teaching English. So you should look into teaching English in Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan. I recommend those the most, even though they don't make the most money. You make enough money to live comfortable and to save some money, like a couple $100 a month. Vietnam, you make the most. Hey, where do you want to go, baby? No, please don't step on that, my love. Do you want to go this way? I know, but we can't go outside right now. You say you can and you will be very good and no one will bark or be crazy. And you do promise? Okay. Thank you for being so patient for me. Okay. Okay, how'd you have fun? Okay, where am I? I'm with you. Okay, so there needs to be trans safe. So we're going to Thailand. Thailand all day. Thailand queer marriage is legal. It's got the most affordable, one of the best trans healthcare in the world. You can get tea over the counter. Thailand is everything. I lived in northern Thailand in Chiang Mai for a year. There are so many queer people, so many trans people. In fact, if you are going to go to Thailand, you should look into Chiang Mai. You should go to Sapphic Riot. It's a queer, femme, trans-oriented space that's like super riot, protest, community-driven, community-organized. Sapphic Riot on Instagram, SAPPHIC_riot. Yeah, if you're into a book and you want to have a book study, you would ask Mo and you would have it there. If you're into comedy and you want to have your very first stand-up comedy night, you would ask Mo and we would have a comedy night for you. For me, when I lived there and it was the anniversary of getting ran over by the car and Summer getting murdered, we had a fuck the United States party for me. So it's heavy on the riot. There's a lot of like Myanmar protests and like Palestine protests that go on from there. There's a lot of like free Palestine posters all over. It's like queer, trans, femme oriented, queer riot activist space. It's the fucking mecca. It's everything that I've ever wanted in anything. Owned by a lot of lovely Thai women. In Chiang Mai, Thailand. So if you're gonna go to Thailand, I highly recommend look at Chiang Mai. It's in the north. It's the capital in the north. Chiang Mai, CHIANG space MAI. My dogs are okay, right? Yeah. Chiang Mai. So you should look into that. You should look into going to International TEFL Academy. International TEFL Academy. You should look into getting a TEFL course taught in Thailand. Go over there. That's going to be a work visa for you. That's going to be a work visa, so stability for you. That's going to be enough money for you to live comfortably and have savings. Your partner is going to need to start. Well, if we did like a one-on-one, we could go more in depth of like what skills and gifts and stuff that they have going on, so we can figure out like online sustainable income for them, right? Around like passions and gifts and talents and all the shit. But before we even do that, and also everyone could teach English. You could teach English, or if you speak Spanish, teach Spanish or French, whatever fucking language. You're talking about your kid and their partner. Oh, your kid and their partner. Oh, then you should definitely go to Thailand and just teach English, International TEFL Academy, TEFL taught in person, and go do that. And then when your kid and their partner comes and visits you, they're gonna want to move to fucking Thailand anyways. Perfect. We nailed it. So that's easy. And you've got pets. You can bring your animals to Thailand. Chiang Mai is animal friendly. Heavily recommend. Super recommend. Oh my gosh, go to Sapphic Riot and tell him I say hi. Tell him DMs misses them every fucking day. Every goddamn day made it so hard. Okay. Asholaka story 49. No, finance. What's for finance? Yes, helping people growing food. Okay, for you, so what's the question? I don't know what we want. You need to figure out money? We need to figure out what country? Because if you work in finance, you got money, right? And you could be doing finance. Do you have online remote income? How could you be teaching people what you do in finance? How can you be, I'm sure, you could be looking into specialized visas. What exactly in finance are we doing? It's hard to answer your question, my love, because I don't know, there's not a question in that. Do you have money? Do you have money? Yes or no? If so, Thailand's great. Vietnam's fucking great. All over is great. Southeast Asia. If you like Latin America's great. There's a lot of great spots in Africa. I got to know more about you. And if you have money and you want specific to you a plan, you can also get with me for a one-on-one mover bed coaching appointment. $22 to $62. Okay. Will do. Sounds good. Fuck yeah. My only request is that you come back and check in. Oh, also, I think I should start doing this too, because I want like minutes long videos of reviews. So if anybody would like to review the live streams, or if you've ever done coaching with me, obviously, but if everybody would like to review a live stream, you can always put a review of me in your stories, tag my main, tag my _2 channel, because if you don't tag the _2, it might get lost because I have so many messages in my main. But if you would like to, you could always leave a review for the live streams and shit too. And I'll put that in my stories and whatever videos I make further about these things. Oh yeah, this is going to be like, are you a real fucking human? It doesn't make any sense to me how Perez Hilton got away with doing his shit for so long. I think we were Charlie Kirk on that as well. You have pets and don't want to leave without them. It's actually really easy to move the animals. I brought my 2 dogs with me. Depending who are you? If you've got PTSD, depression, any sort of mental health, anything, normally I wouldn't be like, oh my God, use this system. But if we're just moving abroad, fuck them. Let's move abroad, right? So if you have PTSD, depression, anything, and you've got a doctor, or therapist, anything, you can get your dogs listed as psychiatric service animals. All you need is a doctor or a therapist to say, hey, my client has got mental health issues, that they would be in use of a psychiatric service animal, and write that on a letterhead with their signature on it and their licensing information and shit. Sign that shit and boom, you have a service animal now. And now your dog flies for free with you in the seat with you. Amazing. If you don't want to do that, if your dogs are too big, if they're not like well enough trained to be chilling on an airplane for that long, you can put them in the hold. The holds are not as dangerous and crazy as they used to be. There's airlines that are super, super reputable. United and Lufthansa fly from the US pretty much anywhere, and they're super, super reputable. They have a specialized animal area where it's not with the luggage and shit. It's a completely separate area. It's noise controlled. It's temp controlled. It's light controlled. There's a camera that the pilots have on the animals the whole time. So you could talk to your flight attendant and be like, hey, I'm really nervous about my dog. They can go back and take a screenshot of the fucking video camera back there with the pilots and show you that your dog's okay. You know what I mean? So having animals is not the barrier anymore. It's not as scary as it used to be. It's totally fucking doable. Pretty simple. All we got to do, we got to make sure that they're microchipped. We have to make sure that their rabies vaccinations are up to date. We got to make sure that their regular vaccinations are good. Your parvo, your distempo, your lepro, things like that. If it's a special country, there might be a few other vaccinations they need specifically. And then we have to check, because mostly it's 10 days, but some countries it's 7 days. So that's a little sneak in there. But most countries it's 10 days. So then we have to look at what day we're going to land in our new country. And within 10 days of that day, we have to go to a vet and get a health certificate that says that our animal is healthy and safe to cross. But that's all we need. We just got to go to the vet and get everything up to date and get our health certificate, and either get a psychiatric service animal, or we've got to start getting them kennel trained. And if you're going to do the airplane way, do the kennel way, all you got to do for that is before you book your ticket, call the airline as you're trying to book your ticket and say, hey, I want to book this ticket, but I've got either a service animal or I've got a dog that I got to put in cargo hold. Do you have space for that? Can I reserve their space too? So I would do that on the phone with them before you go, just to make sure that there are, what the fuck is that? Just to make sure that there's space on the plane for your animal as well. I will be bothering you. I mean, book a consult. You would not be bothering me. That's literally my job. See, this is my passion and gifts and skills, and the thing that makes me feel like I'm alive, and the thing that gives me life is to be able to show up in these coachings, to be able to help you guys realize that the world is at your oyster too, that you have the opportunity to see the world. To get on a soapbox, right? Because it's not even like, yeah, let's travel the world, but it's also like, let me help you experience who the fuck you are. Because there's only so much of ourselves that we can actually know. There's only so much of ourselves that we can actually know when we're sitting in a culture that's built on individualism, white supremacy, capitalism, using people and running them dry, lynching of black people every other fucking Tuesday, like the rape and pillage of fucking everybody, ran by pedophiles who eat babies in charge of our government. Like, there's only so much of stretching into your own being that you can do when you live under such conditions. You really get to traveling the world is really just essentially traveling who the fuck you are, because like you really get to know who you are, trust yourself, and have belief in yourself, and like know your direction in life when you get to experience yourself through the lens of the world. You know what I mean? So you will never bother me. I want let me show you yourself through travel, my dude. I should actually. It's Mark. Hey, I'm 26. I'll be 27 next month. Happy early birthday. I have one dependent, no degrees. I do own a home. I am looking for somewhere safe, kid-friendly, affordable. One, rent out your home or sell that home. Don't be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution. Rent it out for community rate. I have met so many people who live abroad, and the only way that they have income is because they were privileged enough to own a home back in the day. So rent that baby out or sell that baby, make some money from that. You don't have a degree, you need to sign up to go to school online. So for you, there's many options, right? We could rent out the house, we could sell the house, we could get a lump sum from that. We could go, me and my kid, we could go travel the world for a hot minute over in Asia. We could try to figure out where we want to go. You could go to Cambodia. You can start teaching English on Cambodia. That's a work visa. That's a visa for your kid. That's stable, secure income and savings. You could sign up to go to school online, get a bachelor's in anything the fuck all that you want to. We could be living off of that student loan money, which is $766 every month for 4 years. You could be, because you got a kid, I would say $1,500, $1,600, just be like safes. So for you could only be having to come up with an extra $700 online every month, which is sign up to teach English online. Sign up on Preply, Preply. Sign up on Cambly. Without a bachelor's, without a TEFL, you could be signing up to be teaching English online right the fuck now. Yeah, if you could consistently show up and make $700, $600 on teaching English online consistently as fuck, and you sign up to go to school, and you know for a fact you're getting those student loans and that grant money, you could safely, easily, securely. It's my dogs. They're far away. They're right there. You could safe, secure, and financially safe. What the fuck am I saying? Oh, I'm talking about if you sign up to go to school and you start teaching English online, and even if you only make like $600, $700 a month, which is like what? Fast math, 255. So that's like 150. Yeah, that's $150 a week. You could make $150 a fucking week online teaching English. That's nothing. You could totally make $150 online a week teaching English. So start teaching English online. Sign up to go to school online. That's 4 years right there that you and your kid are going to be safe, secure, financially good. I would recommend Cambodia. Cambodia is the cheapest place we can live. For you, because you don't have a bachelor's, you could be teaching English in person in Cambodia. International TEFL Academy, TEFL taught in Cambodia. I just got my first wave of like super tired of talking. Which I told myself when I get to this point to shift it up. I was like, okay. Well, don't mind if I do. Now we're gonna get to a little bit of Diaz After Dark while we're also doing the coaching. I'm gonna start smoking a joint. because I'm already tired of this. And if I don't, I'm going to get off here pretty soon. But if I get a little stony baloney, I'm going to stay with you for a while. You can teach English online and live anywhere, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Preply and Cambly. If you got a bachelor's, you could get a TEFL online on Groupon for like $20. Make sure it's accredited. You could get a TEFL online for $20 on Groupon, and you could just teach English online anywhere in the fucking world. If you got a bachelor's and a TEFL, you make a lot more money, and then there's a lot more companies that will hire you. But if you don't have a bachelor's, or if you don't have a teaching English certificate, Preply and Cambly will hire you to teach. Oh, little admin note for trolling. Check your bank to see if your bank hasn't geo-blocked the country you're going to. Albania is geo-blocked by my bank. Can't do online banking, only by phone. I would recommend for everyone, you need to be switching to a credit union. Get out of big banking. They are the ones who are literally oppressing us. They are the ones who are financially backing all of our fucking shit. Get out of it. Get into a credit union immediately. Take all your money out of big banking. Okay. Un momento. The awoke one. Will New Zealand require me to have a recent job experience in homesteader farms? No. So the holiday work visa for the people under 31, they're expecting you to be like 18, 20, 22, young. They're expecting you guys not to have very much work history. So no. For New Zealand, you're going to look at different job boards. In Australia, you just make a resume, print it off, and go. And talk to people locally. Go to a restaurant, go to a bakery. Go talk to local people. Go talk to local people and say, you're a holiday work exchanger looking for a good, reputable farmer job. You're going to get tons of recommendations, a fuck ton of them. New Zealand, there's job boards. So if you're going to do that, you need to Google holiday work exchange, holiday work exchange visa in New Zealand job boards and start looking there. So for New Zealand, you could get a job before you even arrive. In Australia, I mean, if you really want to search out different job boards, but there's so many fucking farms and they change all the time. So you might as well just go down, print off your resume, walk around town, meet people, network. I've got a contact in Australia, and I do have some links. If you want to message me on my dsTravelsWorld_2 for some of those things, I can send you a screenshot of some shit. Rastamala, 40, no dependents, no bachelors, park ranger, crystal jewelry maker, raw food chef. This is a perfect person to read while I'm smoking a joint. 40, no dependents, no bachelors, park ranger, crystal jewelry maker, raw food chef. Do not own a home. Need options and solid plan for relocation and earning abroad. Well, one, I don't know how long you've been in here. You should sign up to go to school online. Lowest community cost bachelors, lowest cost per credit bachelors in your state, or looking to an online tech school in your state. Sign up to go to school. Live restriction. Fuck you, TikTok. I hate TikTok so goddamn much. Sign up to go to school online, right? If we're going to go over to Southeast Asia, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, or whatever, Cambodia's the cheapest. We only got to come up with $1,000 a month to live comfortable. If you're going to school online on the low end, $2,300 every 3 months for taking out all your student loans and your bachelors, that's $766 a month. We only got to come up with $1,000. So on the low end, you got to come up with another $250 to $400 a month extra. So that's $67 to $100 a week that you got to come up with. You can easily make that money teaching English. Preply, Cambly, easily make that teaching English online. But you got other interesting shit. How can we, again, when we're doing remote sustainable income, we're asking ourselves, how do I teach this or how do I sell this? How do you teach raw food chef? How do you teach jewelry maker? How do you teach crystal? Like, how do you teach crystal information? What different properties are in different crystals? How do you show up and build an online platform? Again, we're starting a live stream. We're offering our services for free for months and months. We're filming all this shit. We're offering classes. We're putting it up on a membership platform with all of our back content that we film. We're starting in group classes. My 7-part series on bead wrapping, my 7-part series of advanced crystal wrapping. You know what I mean? You have very marketable skills. You could easily sell that shit online. Easy. Love a trees. Heck yeah. Love a trees. 47, 2 kids. Okay. Spouse 65. Spouse is a teacher. I'm unemployed after radiation for a brain tumor. Nonprofit project manager and facilitator. Rent, safe place for Black families, good school, medical. Thailand, baby. All day, fucking Thailand. One, your husband's a teacher. Your husband absolutely can get a job teaching English. Your husband could probably get a really good paying job at an international school teaching English because he has history being an English teacher, which then would be, you guys would all come down on dependent visas. So you would all be able to come over legally on his work visa. Have him look into that. Thailand, especially the southern Thailand is gorgeous, beaches and shit, but it's mostly just like white tourists on top of white tourists, which is not my vibe. I want to hang out with Thai people. So I love northern Thailand. Northern Thailand is my favorite. So I would look into Chiang Mai, but I would have him specifically be looking into international schools to be teaching. Does he have a teaching English as a foreign language certificate? If not, I know he's been a teacher and has experience with that, but they also require you to have a teaching English as a foreign language certificate. And to do the one in Thailand, it only costs $1,420. You need to look at International TEFL Academy. They're very reputable and they guarantee a job placement afterwards. So look into International TEFL Academy course taught in Thailand and have him go to school. You need to, when you're done with your stream, you need to reach out to them, International TEFL Academy course taught in Thailand, and get a consultation with them. It's free, but their courses really fill up very quickly. So get a consultation, ask all the questions. I think for that course specifically, it's like $600 for a down payment to reserve the spot. But you should look into Thailand. Thailand is very, very, very safe for Black folks. There's a lot of Black expats. I lived in Chiang Mai. There's a ton of Black expats. You should follow on Instagram my friend Sabrina from New Orleans. She does a lot of really, really, really cool community building, community stuff in Chiang Mai. So like I already have community waiting for you to plug in if you go to Chiang Mai. So you should look at Instagram retro, retro.recess, retro recess. That's my friend Sabrina. If you're queer, LGBT, trans, Sapphic particular, or if you're like an ally, you should be looking at Sapphic Riot, SAPPHIC_Riot, Sapphic Riot. Really, really great community. But there's tons of Black expats who've been living in Thailand for years and years and years. Super safe. You could totally get there. I'm the teacher for the husband. You have a bachelor's too. You could also be teaching school. Like everybody, if you've got a bachelor's, you could be teaching English in Thailand. If you don't have a bachelor's and you want to teach English, you could be teaching English in Cambodia, International TEFL Academy, course taught in whatever country. I would recommend that for you guys. Other than that, is there any pensions or anything going on? Is he have any retirement? Because if there's a really interesting opportunity in Belize too. So if you're over 40, there's a retirement visa. If you make $2,000 a month and you can put it in a Belize bank account, you don't have to keep it there. Obviously, you can use it. But if you could put it in a Belize bank account, only $2,000 a month. If you're over 40, that person over 40 can get a retirement visa, and your spouse and all your children can come over on that visa as well. Unfortunately, it's only for straight couples. They don't allow same-sex marriage. Shitty for us, but that could be a cool option too. Oh, more. Passion, singer, musician, speaker. I have 45,000 in student loans already. Okay. You might be able to look at a little bit more. I have 65,000 in student loans, so there's got to be a little bit more. But we could be working on online sustainable income around like your singing, your music. So can you teach singing lessons online? Could you be teaching courses on how to find your voice online? Could you be teaching courses on the musical composition? Yours is like never ending, right? So like you could even pull a Kelly Clarkson and you could take interesting music that's popular and you could teach a course on singing it, hitting it, how to read it, how to write it, like whatever you want to do around it with music, you know what I mean? Public speaking. So many people are anxious to public speak. How can we utilize that? How could we be teaching? How could we have to ask ourselves, how could we be teaching what we know, what we're gifted at online, or how can we be selling it? So for you, how can you be doing coaching around public speaking? How can you be doing coaching around finding your voice, finding your confidence, setting up the format of your speech, motivational speaking, debate speaking? There's all sorts of public speaking, right? You could easily be doing live streams for a long time, right? And building your community. You could easily be doing group classes. You could easily be doing one-on-one classes. You have a lot of marketability in that right there. Absolutely. But yeah, your husband could totally get you guys all, and even if not, Thailand, you could get there on an education visa. If you guys just want to go to Thailand and not have him teach English, you want to do online businesses, whatever, we could go on an education visa to Thailand. How that happens is you go down on a tourist visa, and then you could get an education visa for Thai language, Muay Thai kickboxing. You could even get it for Thai cooking and Thai massage. So what you do is you enter on a tourist visa, and then you go to whatever school you're into. So for me, I would go to Chiang Mai. And if you're interested in Chiang Mai, I could share the good schools and stuff that are recommended. But you would go to Chiang Mai or wherever, and you'd go to a language school that you're interested in, and you would go and say, hey, I want to get an education visa through you guys. And they would say, great. It's either $1,300 to $1,500, depending on the school. You pay them the money. They do all the bureaucratic bullshit and all the paperwork. They tell you when the visa's ready. You leave the country because you're on a tourist visa. You leave the country, you come back in the country on an education visa, and now you're good to stay for a year, and you can keep renewing that. So an education visa in Thailand is $1,300 to $1,500 per year. On top of that, you have to be taking courses. So you'll be taking your Thai language courses, or you'll be taking your Muay Thai courses, or whatever that is. So that's super affordable. Even more affordable is Cambodia. For $360, again, you enter on a tourist visa. Once you get there, if you want to stay, you go to immigration. It's called an E-class business visa. It's only costs $360 per person to legally live in Cambodia and work in Cambodia. Bada bing, bada boom. Kids can go, adults can go, everybody. I just got my second wave of being really talked out. Which countries are better for digital businesses or digital nomads? Black and Asian friendly kids, homeschooling, etc. No degrees. 1 adult, 2 kids, no pets, and the apostille, the birth certificates. Which countries are better for digital businesses or digital nomads? All countries are great for digital nomads. All the countries I talk about are great for digital nomads. They might not offer a digital nomad visa. We might have to go on a different kind of visa. But all the countries I talk about are great for digital nomads. Black and Asian friendly. Yep, all the countries I talk about. Thailand is fantastic. Of course, Cambodia is great. Vietnam is a good spot. The Philippines is lovely. Bonus points for the Philippines. You can punch some Israelis in the face. I know that's appealing to me. If we want to go Latin America, Brazil has a really, really, really great digital nomad visa. You only have to have $1,500. I think for dependents, you only have to show like another $500 per dependent underneath you that you make online, and that you can show that you've made for 6 months to get approved for their visa. And once you get approved for the Brazil one, I believe you get access to their public health care as well. There's a lot of countries. Colombia is really good with the digital nomad visa. Ecuador is really good. A lot of ones. Is it easier than it sounds? It's really not. It's really, being able to move and travel abroad is pretty easy. You just have to be in the mindset of like, okay, how do I hustle? How do I teach my skills online? How do I sell it online? What's my backup plan? My backup plan is always, okay, I'm teaching English. If I've got a bachelor's, I'm teaching English in Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan, or if I want to make a fuck ton of money, South Korea and China. If I don't have a bachelor's, okay, my backup plan is that I'm always going to Cambodia and I can teach English there. If I'm under 31, I'm going to New Zealand and Australia and going to work over there and making a fuck ton of money. Yeah. It is just easy. Used to live in NOLA. Oh, fuck yeah. You should definitely check out my friend Sabrina. She's cool as shit. Instructional designers develop curriculum. So I wonder if I get a teaching certificate, if I could leverage that. Instructional designers develop curriculum. So I wonder if I get a teaching certificate, if I can leverage that. You know, if that's something that you're into, developing curriculum, then you should heavy be looking at teaching English over in China and South Korea. Yes, it's much more of a job. It's much more like they take education very, very serious over there, and they take learning English very serious over there. So it's like a job. But you also save, underline the word save, like $20,000 to $40,000 a year. So if you're into fucking creating curriculum, might I offer you a fuck ton of money over in China and South Korea. P.S. You don't see yourself staying in Albania. Yeah. I think Albania could be fun for, well, I'm nomadic. I don't see myself staying anywhere other than Thailand as a home base. But then still, I don't see myself ever being anywhere for 1 year solid. That sounds crazy to me. But I also have a lot of trauma and people really scare me. And so I like to be on the move. Truly and deeply. Okay, normally is when I would have to end the live stream because I'm too talked out. But I could keep going from the power of marijuana and cerveza. I'm determined today to get to the end of these comments. Sam, you too. You're nomadic too, Worms. Sexy Slim. I think you already said that. So if you're new here, I read every single comment. I just take my time to give really thorough coaching to everyone. So just don't like repeat the comment a bunch. I'm going to get to you. I promise. Well, I guess I don't promise. On Sunday, there was like 60,000 people in here. So I didn't get to the end at all. 28, 54,000 AB. 28. No, I'm unemployed. No, I need help with visas. All right, my love. I hope you're still here. So I got the exact plan for you. You need to go to New Zealand or Australia for the holiday work visa. Now, I want to know if we were in a one-on-one, I would ask you specific questions. You don't got to put the answers here because that's like pretty intrusive. But how much money do you have in savings? If you've got over $4,000 right now, you can get the visa. You could be gone in a fucking week, my guy. But you got to have $4,000 liquid. So in a bank account, at least, to get approved for Australia's holiday work visa, to go make $26 an hour over there and save like $10,000. But New Zealand, you only need $2,500 to be approved for the visa, and that could be on credit. So do you have access to credit cards? Because if you have access to $2,500, let's say $3,000 for the plane ticket. If you got access to $3,000 of fucking credit cards, my dude, how quickly can you pack your shit and get to New Zealand? Perfect. Thank you. Know that getting the birth certificate apostilled or whatever they and said transcribed. Here's the thing. Yeah, if you've got time and if you've got the patience for it, get your birth certificate apostilled for sure. If you're gonna go do the New Zealand, there's so many things you don't need it for. I've been traveling around for 5 years. I haven't needed it yet. But I'm going to have to hire a company to handle all that bullshit for me because at some point I am going to need it, but I haven't needed it yet. So if you're just traveling around, if you're doing an education visa in Thailand, if you're doing an E-class business visa in Cambodia, you don't need it. If you're under 31 and doing New Zealand, Australia holiday work visa, you don't need it. Yeah, so there's a lot of cases where you don't fucking need it. If you're going to get long-term residency, if that's your plan, then get it. I mean, if you've got the patience, if you've got the time right now, do it. If you're trying to leave next week in a month and it's overwhelming, that's some other year's problem for you. You know what I mean? Sovereign Renee, also my fiance is a felon, so difficult to find a country, Cambodia, that will take him. He's a truck driver. Oldest daughter has been recruited by Spain to play basketball. Hell yeah, Cambodia. They'll take felons in Cambodia. They don't do a background check. As long as you've got $360 for the E-class business visa, you are good to go. Cambodia. Ha ha. I had a family with a felon in I had a family with 2 felons actually in a one-on-one appointment the other day. Oh yeah, Cambodia. There's a couple options. But Cambodia is the best one. You owe student loans. How much though? I got $65,000 of unpaid student loans. I've never paid a penny. So do you have $65,000 of unpaid student loans? If you aren't up to $65,000, you probably have a little bit more in student loans that you can get. Goddess Body 48 by Flagwell Sex Warrior only 3. Oh yeah. You. Thank you so much for agreeing. Brazil or Colombia. Well, I would want to get you in a one-on-one to give you a definite answer with that because I would want to look into their legality with sex work. I love them both. Colombians, I'm going to make sure I'm not flashing you guys. Colombians are super, super warm and lovely and amazing and beautiful. Brazilians also are as well. In Colombia, you're likely to probably be going to Medellin. Colombia is where that's where a lot of expats live. Parts of Colombia can be really sketchy. There's a lot of trafficking that happens. There's a lot of like day grape rugs that happen, and people waking up being super robbed and not knowing what the fuck. There's a lot of missing people. So for a hottie that does that sort of work, I feel a little nervous talking about you going to Colombia. I would feel safer with you going to Brazil. So Brazil, you only for a digital. Well, and but again, if we got in a one-on-one, I would want to make sure double check that your work is safe to do it there. That they're not going to check that, and that's not going to be illegal for you. But Brazil, if that's legal for you to go, you only need $1,500 a month to be able to get a digital nomad visa, and you could keep renewing that year after fucking year after fucking year. And you said you're black. I would look at Salvador. A lot of black expats go to Bahia, Bahia, Bahia. Salvador is like, I think it's something like 60-70% black. Salvador, I don't. Oh, you said bye. Yeah, Salvador is supposed to. People say it's like gay pride. Like all of it's just the whole fucking town is just like gay pride black. I'm so excited to get there, but so that might be something to look into. I love Colombia. Colombia is gorgeous. Colombians are gorgeous. They're just, I would want to ask you, like, how much traveling have you done? Like, Colombia is not a place that I would want you to go live if you're not like a bit experienced with like living in the world and spots that are a little shady sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I know, would you say Houston or something? I'm sure there's shady shit for sure. But it's like, there's like different techniques and crap that are used around the world. You know what I mean? So Colombia makes me feel a little bit nervous to send you to. Brazil makes me feel more confident. In very good shape. The woke one. What do you think of saving $3,000 by December? Is the plan and moving to Missouri outskirts, put a small down on some land, 1 acre maybe? I think that's a horrible plan. I think for $3,000 you should move to fucking Cambodia at the very least. I don't understand why we're honey, you're in move abroad coaching. Are you confused on where you are? I think the United States is a third world country, ghetto, and I only ever use that word ghetto when I'm talking about the United States. I think the United States is an actual literal fucking ghetto. People are being human trafficked all the time. Kids are getting stolen and fucking eaten. What did they just killed 160,000 wild horses or some shit that they're gonna be using the fake meat. All your meat's fake, your shit's crazy, like you got evil gays in charge. No, I don't think that you should bunker down in the States. I think you should get $3,000. I think I should teach you how to make some money the fuck abroad, and I think I should get you out. Right, that part. You've been in Cleveland your whole life. Well, let me get you somewhere better, baby. Let me get you to Asia. Asia is fantastic. Asians are so lovely and so nice. It's so affordable. The culture is so beautiful. They love black and BIPOC people. There's so many places where black and trans people or queer and trans people are safe. Can I interest you on some Asia? How old are you, my love? BM Flock, how old are you? Using TEFL.org online and for Japan. I always recommend International TEFL Academy. You're 33. Okay, answer these questions right here, my love. I want to give you coaching. WeGU, Western Governors University is online, roughly $8,000 per year. $8,000 per year back. Taking one course at a time. Oh, wait, shut the fuck up. I gotta screenshot that for myself. Although I'm like at max, but that's good to know. Western Governors University is online, roughly $8,000 per year, taking one course at a time. Endless degrees to get. Holy fuck, thank you for that, Kay. 27, 31, 2-year-old son, 4 animals, bachelor's in psych. Yeah. Yes, I did answer you. God, I must be really fucking far back in the chat. Shit. Okay. Bachelor's in psych, getting my TEFL or depending sold our home and bought a RV. But now there's more information. Okay. You're just reminding me who you are. Got it. 27, 31, 2-year-old, 4 animals, bachelor's in psych, getting my TEFL, .org degree now. Okay, sold our home and bought an RV temporarily to get my degree. Bachelor's comp side degree to Japan Insight. Japan's going to be rough for you. Unless you're getting, and see, Japan's going to be rushed. Unless you do another TEFL, which I know you're doing one online, so sorry. But unless you do an International TEFL Academy, teaching English, International TEFL Academy, TEFL taught in Japan and go to school there for a TOEFL month-long course, and then they'll guarantee you job placement in Japan. Chacho, ¿qué pasó? Mija. Oh, she might be saying, Mom, I'm ready, coming down. Hold on a second. Yeah, Japan is rough. Unless you speak Japanese or teaching English there, they only give you like 6 months at a time. Even if you want to open a business, you've got to speak Japanese. Whoa. Are you barking at me? ¿Qué pasó? Oh, I don't freaking see him. Oh. It's so good to be back in my house. Even though I don't miss being cramped all the time. Okay. Trauma bonding with the U.S. is real. The bond is dying here with me the longer I'm staying away. I love that for you. Yeah, literally, it's like the longer you stay away from the U.S., the more the poison of it seeps out of you, the more of the fucking propaganda, because everyone wants to talk about fucking North Korea being super propagandized. Are you kidding me? What did you do every fucking day in elementary school? The only other country that does it is North Korea. People from the United States are the most fucking propagandist people in the entire fucking world. And I stand on that comment. We were trained to think that we were the land of the free, home of the brave, when really we're the fucking terrorists. So sorry, not sorry if you're a fucking veteran. You were lied to, babe. You are to the rest of the world what we look at Israelis as. You know what I mean? Like, why do you think so much of the world chants death to Americans? Like, we are terrorists. We are the world's biggest terrorist organization is our fucking government. We've been lied to. And the longer and longer you stay out of the United States, the more the poison, literally from the food and the water and the fucking air seeps out of you. But the more of the mentality and the shit does too. Okay. Sold your home, bought an RV. Okay. Be really careful in that RV. I don't know if you've ever, which you probably, I don't know. I lived in an RV before I Googled, someone was like, a nurse was like, I would never live in an RV. And she was like, Google RV accidents, like RV fender benders. That shit is just fiberglass. There's no like solid steel around you. I live in a van, which is like a metal box around me, but an RV is not. There's like a few metal posts around. If you get a fender bender, that shit's an accordion, and it's an accordion on your fucking family. I had an RV and my plan was to drive to Mexico with it. And then I saw a fucking TikTok, and a week later I was like, well, I'm going to leave this RV here, and me and my dogs are flying to Mexico, and I will try to sell it later. Lost a lot of money on that RV, but you know what I mean? Careful in an RV. God is body. Thank you. I need a one-on-one. Hell yeah. I would love to get you a one-on-one. If you want to get a one-on-one, it's sliding scale. 20. So my half hour price is, if you want to meet with me for half hour, the price is $32. Or if you need it sliding scale, it's $22. If you want to meet with me for an hour, the price is $62. If you need a sliding scale, it's $52. So meet with me, cal.com. It's easy. Cal is in calendar, cal.com/Diaz-Travels-the-World. It's just my profile name with cal.com/Diaz Travels the World with flashes. Oh my God, BMM Flock. Thank you, my love. You do have felonies. Then you need to go to Cambodia. Your path is Cambodia, my love. So one, do you have a passport? Oh, okay. Let me look back up. You've been in Cleveland. You're 33. No bachelors. I'm a chef. Ooh, okay. So you just got here. So I'm not going to repeat the whole 3 online revenue streams on how we're getting that, because it's a lot of talking. It's like 10 minutes of talking. But this live, so I'm live for you right now on TikTok, but I'm also live on Instagram and YouTube at the same time. Diaz Travels the World and all the things. For the Instagram, actually, it's my backup channel, Diaz Travels the World _2, that we're live on. But when this live stream is over, you should rewatch it or watch all the other live streams that are available up there, because I talk about 3 different online revenue streams that are sustainable and substantial. And being a chef, you could easily start giving that on a live stream, start teaching that one-on-one, start teaching that in a group, have a membership platform with that, start doing it in a classroom, like being a chef, things like that, skills like that are so fucking marketable. Even if you're not a chef, do you like to cook? Are you a good cook? Oh my God, do I have the business for you? You know what I mean? Okay, so you don't own a home, perf. So what would be the steps to leaving the U.S.? So you need to get a bachelor's. No, brain injury. You need to get a passport. You're going to Cambodia because you have a felony. Okay, your first step is getting a passport. My love, you need to start getting a passport, which is you need to have your birth certificate and you need to take it down to like your state office building or whatever the fuck. You need to get your, oh no, actually you should do it at a post office. Post office is faster, easier. So go to a post office, bring your birth certificate, you fill out a form, you get 2 passport photos taken at like CVS or some shit. Have an ID. I think that's all you need. It's like $160. Get a passport, then keep coming back on my live stream Sunday and Tuesday. So you're an hour and 45 minutes to the live stream. So we've been on live for an hour and 45 minutes. So look at your clock right now, and whatever is an hour and 45 minutes ago, that's what time I'm live. Sundays and Tuesdays, every Sunday, every Tuesday. TikTok changes because I'm getting another one of my another account banned right now. So TikTok is a stupid bitch. I'm always Diaz Travels the World on all the channels, so you're just gonna have to keep fucking finding me on TikTok because they always take me down. Or get over to Instagram. Diaz Travels the World is the main, or Diaz Travels the World _2 Diaz, like Cameron Diaz. Diaz Travels the World. What am I fucking saying? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. That's where I go. But you should restart this live. You should start watching a bunch of lives, but you need to get a passport. That's step 1. And then you're going to Cambodia, my friend. They don't care about your felonies. All you have to do is give them $360 per year to legally live in Cambodia and legally work in Cambodia or online. So you're going to do that. We could get you signed up to teaching school online, which is a bunch of money. I don't know how that works with felonies. We'll have to look into that for you. We can figure out your other like gift skills, talents. Oh, you're a chef. We could start building an online platform for you of like teaching your chefing. We could start a remote work empire of you being a chef online. 1,000,000%. You got to come back. Particularly, my friend, you either got to watch these live streams when they end, watch the live streams up there, get in the next live stream on Sunday, or me and you need to do a one-on-one. So sliding scale one-on-one costs $22 to $62 sliding scale for one-on-one move around coaching. But you in particular with a chef, there's money in that, babe. Oh, thank you. There's money in that. We can get you Cambodia, no fucking problem, for like $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month, $1,200 a month, comfortable, easy, fucking easy. And then you're in Southeast Asia, so you could go on a tourist. You could be a tourist with a felony to Thailand, Vietnam, all these places, all the places, right? But you could have your home base in Cambodia, and then you could go backpack around the world. It doesn't matter that you're a felon. It's just where can you live? You could live in Cambodia, and you could travel around. Ooh. You could be a traveling chef, my dude. You could get paid to go to Thailand to be a fucking catered chef for motherfuckers. You know what I mean? This is the empire. We're going to build you an empire. Hell yeah. Thank you. I need a one-on-one. I would love to get in a one-on-one with you. So beautiful. I love women. Me too. Me too. I'm also a self-published author in like 5 different genres. Teach that. I want to learn how to do that. I want to take your class. Teach me how to become a self-published author. Teach me what steps I need to do. Start holding classes to hold people accountable. Start holding a 10-week series class on how to write your first novel and have it be a weekly fucking class. I got a friend in Thailand who does that shit, who lives up in the mountains, and she charges, I think, a crazy price. She charges like $1,000 for her course. But fuck, man. Start charging $200, $250 a pop, or whatever the fuck. I mean, you do your business how you want to do. I will take your class. Start teaching a class of how people in 10 weeks, 11 weeks, whatever you want to fucking do, can write a book. How do I format this? How do I start going? What do I need to focus on? Do I need to focus on narrator building the plot? Like hold me accountable to myself through you. That's all I do, right? All I do is hold people accountable to themselves and give them the information that I know, the shit that I've done myself. You're an expert in that. Literally all I teach is exactly what I did. I fucked off my credit card. I switched to going to school online. I moved to a beach town in Mexico and did my homework in a hammock and drank beers and lived that way for a year. I fucking, I can go to school online. I've got a bachelor, so I've got the underlying could go to school online. I've started online business. You know what I mean? Like I've done all of the shit that I fucking teach you to do. I don't teach you how to do anything that I haven't done myself. So really, I'm just sharing my experiences that I am an expert in with a lot of years behind me. You know what I mean? Teach it. Do it. I'll buy it right now. But like, actually, no, serious note. When you start those classes, can you let me know? Because I actually do want to sign up for your class. Please and thank you. I wanted to sign up for my friend's one in Thailand, but she was charging like $1,000, $700. It was crazy. I was like, girl, power to you if you can get it. But if you charge a couple $100, I'll say no. I will totally say no. And again, I don't know how long you've been here, but it's the same shit we're talking about, right? Like, you're not filming 10 more videos for a 10-part series of this class. You're taking a live stream that you already did months ago, or a group class that you already did, that you set up specifically to teach this skill, that you filmed and you recorded, that you just are now organizing in a 10-part series class and selling it for $200, $300, whatever it is. You're not doing any more work. All you're ever doing is doing free live streams, free finding the plot live streams, free step 1 of writing your novel live. You're setting it up as though you're thinking about, okay, at some point I'm going to do a 10-part series course on this. So what are my 10-part classes, and how do I start doing that and teaching that on a live stream for free, getting people in the door, building community, building trust with my audience, and trust in myself that I know how to teach this, right? And then we're doing group classes for cheap, $5, $7. You could join my group classes where I'm also teaching this shit of how to find your voice and how to find your narration, and how we're getting published. What does that even entail? What do I do with the publisher? What do you even mean? You know what I mean? So again, all we're ever fucking doing is filming ourselves teaching it on a live stream, and then filming ourselves teaching it on a group class. And then we're orchestrating it into groups. And then you're orchestrating it into a 10-part series. But you've done no more work for the 10-part series class that now I'm paying $300 for, even though I know that it's costing you nothing to do, right? I'm going to pay $300 for this fucking course. All you're doing, and I even know that all of it's available for on your membership channel for $30, $40, $50. I know that I could pay $30 and have the same education on a membership channel. But even though I'm teaching you this, I'm down to pay $200, $300 for you to give it to me in a 10-part fucking series, step 1, step 2, step 3, and have like, start a group chat around it. Start like a fucking Discord page just for those 10 people in that group class or whatever the fuck, where we can ask our questions and you check in periodically. And that's it, baby. Now that's $200, $300 every fucking month if you want to. Every fucking month, every other fucking month you do a 10-part series course on this shit. You know what I mean? Sustainable as fuck. As fuck. Woo! Woo-hoo! I just got myself a little excited there. There's so much money. Literally, we can all have our own fucking empires exactly to what our interests and our skills and our gifts are. People want what you have. How can we teach it? How can we sell it? And do it for free. Do it for free for a while you get, and always do it for free because you get more people in the room. This is for free, right? I'm getting people, like 4 people are like, oh, I'm going to sign up for a one-on-one, right? This is for free. I'm helping community. I'm showing up a community, but this is also free advertising. People don't know if they want to buy from me unless they trust me. They come here, they see that I'm real, that I've got valuable shit to teach them. They're like, oh, I do. Actually, $22 to meet with Diaz is like super valuable. I'm going to do that immediately. So continue showing up and doing your free live streams, your free classes, your free finding your voice and sentence structure or chapter building or whatever the fuck you're writing your books, what you could teach. Keep showing up, doing that for free, getting people in your classes. You're advertising your 10-part series class to writing your own novel. You're advertising your group classes. You're advertising your one-on-one coaching with authors. You know what I mean? An empire. Fucking dollar bills, y'all. And make it a low-cost barrier of entry. Like, you've got the free shit, and then have your group classes $5, $10 or whatever the fuck. Low barrier of entry. So everybody, it's community shit too, you know? I mean, this is a revolution, right? The revolution is, how can we show up with our cultureverse. The revolution is, how do we show up with our gifts, talents, and skills? How do we give that away for free? How do we give that away for affordable? How do we inspire other people that they too get to live in their purpose? They have permission to live in their purpose. Is accessible to you as well. Let me teach you how to do it for low barrier cost of entry or for fucking free, and be able to make good money off of that, sustain yourself long term. People are going to be buying your 7-part series class in 5 years. People are going to be paying for your membership of all the videos you've ever done in 5 years. This money isn't going anywhere. It's only going to continue and build and build and build and build and build as you keep doing your free live streams, as you keep getting people in for free, as you start charging super low rate for your classes, right? As you keep charging a good rate for your one-on-one coaching. If you keep charging a good, you know what I mean? Like, to show up in your passions and your gift and the reason you are here. Not to be like all super spiritual, but why the fuck are you here? What is your purpose in this life? What are you here to do? Is it community building? Is it helping people find their voice? Is it helping people feel safe within themselves? Is it giving people the ability to wish and to hope and to try? You know what I mean? How can we show up and teach that? How can we show up and sell that? How can we do it for an affordable rate for free? Get in with the community, get the community in, have sustainable long-term longevity, fucking financial stability for you and your family, and also be showing up and care for community. That's the thing. That's what it is. Woo! That was good. That was really fucking good right there. I wonder. Pause, everybody. I haven't been back in my van for like a month. And I have a lot of. Oh, I was going to look for my phone. I have a lot of storage. I wonder if I have any secret beers. Yes, I fucking do have a secret beer. A secret beer from Patagonia. Nonetheless. And guess what else happened in my fucking life? Hold on a second. 1, 2, motherfucker. Oh, this one is from Chile. This is one from fucking Chile and Patagonia, like Patagonia. So if you're new to me, hi, hello, welcome to my home. This is my home. If you've been here for a while, oh my God, you guys, do we notice the fan? You guys can see on TikTok, but you don't know me very well on TikTok. This is a new account. My fan that I'm literally in Paraguay for, that I've spent so much money to get sent to me from the US, that today, it's only on the second volume. Today, we 77 degrees outside. Me and the dogs were comfortable as fuck. As fuck. My dog was even underneath the covers taking a nap in the after fucking noon. Oh, so great. So that's new. The light is new. I would turn it on, except for you guys have a bad glare. I have a lithium battery instead of a car battery now. So now my solar power is fucking crazy insane, my dude. I left it on all fucking night with everything. I wanted to see how it was. I left the Wi-Fi on, the Starlink on, the fridge plugged in, full stream, everything full stream. My battery only fully died at like 6 a.m, which is insane. My last battery, that would have died. That would have fully died. Sometimes I can get to 2 a.m. if I'm fucking lucky. Bro, everything has changed about my life. My life just got so much more improved in this month in Paraguay. So if you're new here, oh my God, what a time to be meeting you. Hold on, let me plug in the fridge. Because I'm going to want an after beer. Oh, do you guys want to go inside? Goodbye, so. You're so goodies. Do you want to come inside? Are you good? You're coming? No, he. Okay. Oh. Okay. Back to the shit. I paid for coaching at 1. Okay, perfect. Brandon, can you get to Thailand from Mexico without a U.S. passport? No, babe. We could get to Mexico without a U.S. passport going on the land border. Not on a plane. I think they're going to ask for a passport on the plane. We could get to Mexico and use their 6-month visa and go to an embassy right there and apply for a passport at a consulate or an embassy in Mexico if we need to leave like right away and we don't have a passport. But no, you cannot go anywhere in the world. I could get you to Mexico. I can even teach you how to like live on the undercover. I've had a couple friends on the lam on the run in Mexico, so I can teach you some like tricks about that shit. But no, to get you anywhere else in the world other than Mexico, you got to have a passport. I almost went back just for this summer to finish the Chone proctored class. My nervous system wouldn't let me. Albania it is. Yeah. I mean, as much as I miss festivals in the United States, as much as I miss my friends, as much as I miss like good music, no, not right the fuck now. Maybe in 10 years if fucking the United States falls and Turtle Island gets to live, but not the fuck now. Not in this horror show. They don't teach home ec anymore, so it would be needed. The cooking skills, yes, totally. I mean, if you're a cook, please, let me take your cooking class. Especially if you're offering it for like $5-7 a pop, and all you're doing is filming yourself on a live stream, cooking your own fucking meal, right? And talking through what ingredients you do. This is why we do it. This is why we do the thing like this. And you want to make sure the caramelized looks like this and all this shit. Film you making dinner on a live stream. Keep doing that. Call it a free cooking class. Advertise that on your reels, advertise that on your content, In a couple months, get a bunch of people in the fucking room, get a bunch of followers. Again, we talked about, and if you're new here, if you're new to this live, watch the live after it's done. But we talked about how to film content that goes viral, content that gets picked up on the algorithm. My account is 10 months old. 10 months old. It took me 3 months for like people to start clicking off or whatever the fuck. But it's a simple formula that you have to follow for the algorithm to pick up videos whenever it wants to fucking pick up videos. But if you just keep shooting out content and keep following the simple instructions that I tell you, it's going to pick you up. It's going to shoot you around to the people who are interested in the shit that you're interested in. You're going to find your community. You're going to find your audience. You only need 1,000, 2,000 people who are into the shit that you're into to have paying fucking customers. Especially if you keep showing up for months and you keep doing all your coaching for free and you get people in the door and you get trust in your community and trust in yourself that you have value in the shit that you're teaching. Listen. Magnet for life. 49, 5 kids. Okay, no high school at the moment, no work. I'm a jack of all trades, but I do have a few LLCs, 1 clothing brand, 2 entertainment companies that throw parties, no home rent, working on working on getting SSDI. So if you get SSDI carries, not every country, we're going to have to double check that SSDI will carry into that country. Most countries do. SSI, you lose, but your SSDI will work. Okay, we got a lot of kids and only one of you. So you're going to Cambodia. Whenever we get you the money, I would say for you, you're going to need to live budgeted. You're going to need to live like a local life, right? But I would say for you, $2,000, $2,200, you guys are going to be fine in Cambodia, right? So yeah, I would say for you, we need to get you online businesses going. You need to be teaching the shit. How can you show up and teach people how to start their own business, how to open their own LLC, how to have an entertainment company? How you need to start teaching these skills, right? So what are your other jack of all trades? Are you a fucking carpenter? How can we teach carpenting shit? What you got to figure out your hustle. What are your skills, your gifts, your talents you have that you love, that makes you feel alive, that's so impassioned, that's just so fucking easy for you to teach? Show up, teach that. Start giving live streams for free. Start doing that. I mean, that's the whole spiel. Start up the live stream if you're new here and you haven't seen the whole thing. Crazy Cat, hello, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for teaching me. I'm gonna do this. You're so welcome, Monica. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind in these comments. I know it. Okay, I make a lot of money off my lives, broadcasting live webcams in every room, including toilet. Baby. Okay. Can I get grant funding for more? For more what? We're talking about online going to school online. Yeah, that's the money you're living off of, is the student loans. But you could also, you could apply for scholarships. You could apply for grants. Absolutely. I was getting a couple grants at the end of my senior year for like good essays and shit that I was writing. So I was getting extra money on top of the student loan money and the Pell Grants. Our school story. I want to do the $22 one-on-one. How much time do we get? So for the $22 one-on-one is a half an hour appointment, which I obviously talk very fast. There is a lot of information, so you're going to want to bring notes and things to write with, but we go through everything. Like, we go through as much as we can possibly get through with the questions that you have. We can start however you want to. If you want to start talking about finances first, we start there. You're in charge of how we do the timing. We can start there. If you want to talk about what countries to go to in that plan first, we start there. But normally in a half hour, we can at least broadly skim on the things. An hour obviously is better, because then we can go like super in depth of like, this is what business we could start, and this is the actionable steps right now that we're doing to start this. But yeah. So $22 for $22 sliding scale if you need it. It's $32 as the cost of the appointment, but if you need a sliding scale, $22 is offered. You follow her and you have her book. Oh, you follow Run with Alexandra. Oh my God, I'm so fucking far behind. I'm so glad you do. What do you think of going to school in Italy to learn Italian? If you're Black, don't do it. Italians are super racist, very dangerous. Don't do it. Even if you're BIPOC, I question that. If you want to, I'm not super into like staying in a white supremacy culture. It's my vibe. I'm super into Asia, and I'm super into Latin America, and for a lot of Black expats, Africa is a really great spot. I'm not super into staying in the Western world. Kiss Cat Journal. Hey Diaz, 25, no kids, BA in psychology. and criminology, but really looking to pivot and potentially into accounting. Passions are learning roller skating. Need to pick up a spot as a Black woman. Well, my love, you need to start with it's so long. I wonder if you're still in here. If you're under 31, you need to do the Australia, New Zealand holiday work visa. Make $26 an hour. Go working in a farm. You can work any job, any job. You could do it with your bachelor's, but the money is in farm work because you're not paying for rent. You're either staying in a dorm room or you're buying a tent and you're staying with everyone else. What? I don't want to turn on reactions. You're either staying in a dorm or in a tent with all the other farm workers, so you're not paying for rent. So you're just making $26 an hour and just fucking stockpiling it. So if you're under 31, that is the plan. Other than that, with your bachelor's, spots for Black women, Southeast Asia. Thailand is great. There's a lot of Black folks in Vietnam, although Vietnam is a little bit tricky to get like a long-term visa there. There's some tricks around it, but a little bit more tricky. Cambodia is super great, super affordable, but I love Thailand. I love Northern Thailand for Black folks. Northern Thailand is my favorite place. Chiang Mai is my favorite place in the entire world. I will live there right now, except for my dog has a hard time with the heat. Yeah, look into that. You could, if you've got a bachelor's, you could be teaching English in Thailand. So you could be looking at, you have so many options. You could go to Australia and go do a holiday work visa over there, go make a bunch of money, have like sustainable remote. You can go to Australia, go get a work visa over there, have sustainable income and like legal stay in the country. You could do the same in New Zealand. Income right away. You could land there in a week. You could go there in a week and get a job right away. New Zealand, legal to be there, good money coming in, save a bunch of money. You could go over there and fucking work for a year, work for 2 years and save like $10,000-$20,000 and go open up a business in Vietnam. And now you're like good. And you know what I mean? Or you can go teach English anywhere. You can go teach English in South Korea, China, and go make $30,000, $40,000 a year to save. You can go teach English all over Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan, lots of options. Oh, sorry. Okay, now I'm getting tired again. I wonder if I will get to the end of this comment. Thank you. I'm definitely going to do a one-on-one with you. Oh, I hope so. BM Flock, I would be a delight, my friend. Yeah, if you're trying to do a one-on-one with me, $22 to $62 sliding scale. Easy booking site. You go to Cal, like Cal is in calendar, cal.com/Diaz Travels the World. My name, Diaz Travels the World with dashes in between. So Diaz Travels the World. And then just choose the schedule that's good for you. And don't worry about the time conversion. The time that it shows that I'm available on your end is your true time. So show up at that time. You don't have to worry about the time conversion. The Google Meet already does it for you. Okay. Thank you. I will. I can't hear you anymore. Oh no, I hope it's just you. I hope the sound hasn't been off. It's probably not because there's still some people in here. I would be only one working in Japan with my husband and son dependents. What would they cost savings look like doing the TEFL? So again, for Japan, right? You have to do a TEFL in country to be guaranteed the job placement. Teaching English as a foreign language, unless TEFL.org guarantees job placement in Japan. But if you want to do teaching English in Japan, you've got to do an International TEFL Academy, TEFL course taught in Japan. Oh, you're back. Good. Good evening. Checking in from Dayton, Ohio. Hello, Nana Blue Digitals. I'm 50 years old. My children are adults, and I work as a janitor, and I'm about to transition into another position as a support specialist. Associates. Definitely coming for a one-on-one. Oh, yeah, Sovereign Renee. I would love that. I would love to meet with you and get you just like a concrete step-by-step, like actual actionable. This is what exactly we're doing. You have so many marketable things, babe. We just got to lock in on how to implement that and the steps for that, but you're going to be fine. KB, I will be finishing my TEFL course by the end of next month. How quickly can we get out after that, and is there enough time? You still want to go to Japan, right? You're the Japan person. Again, you got to look at TEFL.org and see if they guarantee job placements or if they have connections in Japan. I only know of guaranteed job placements if you go through International TEFL Academy and you do the course taught in person. Other than that, if you're not stuck in Japan, you could be, again, it's easier. Well, if you go to Chiang Mai, Thailand, I got a lot of contacts in Chiang Mai, so I could reach out to some people. I could potentially be finding you just teaching English jobs there, or you could just, it's just so much of a safer bet if you just pay for the TEFL course taught there. If you want to go to Thailand, the TEFL course is only $14.20. I know because I'm a stoner and it's $4.20. Also, if you're a stoner, weed is legal in Thailand. You can buy it at a dispensary. I can teach people how to create digital products. Hell yes. Absolutely. So start doing that on the live streams. Start showing up for free and teach people how to do that. Start getting a community and an audience around that, and then start charging classes $5, $7, $10, however you want to do it, right? Start doing classes, start doing one-on-ones. People are going to want one-on-one appointments with you because they're going to have specific products and specific merch, and they're going to want to know specifically from you for them to you to like hold their hand and coach them through it, right? Oh, there's money in that, babe. Yes, you're a stoner. Hell yeah. I appreciate your help. I would like to book a session once I get paid again. Hell yeah, Nana Blue. Well, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I've been doing these free move abroad coaching live streams for 9 months. This is the third week I've been doing the one-on-ones, offering the one-on-one appointments, but I'm not going anywhere. So whenever you get paid, whenever you want, $22 to $62 sliding scale, and we can get you a concrete to you, specific to you, step-by-step plan. Magnet for Rex, Philippines or Thailand, but I'm booking a session next. Hell yeah. I mean, depending on who you are exactly, and if you're booking a session, we could talk about it in particular. I love the Philippines. The caveat with the Philippines is there's a lot of Israelis there colonizing some shit, but Filipinos don't like them. So what a great bonding experience to go punch a couple of them in the face. TikTok's probably going to be like, we have to remove you because fucking Zionism. You know what I mean? So that's the caveat with the Philippines, but Filipinos are fucking great and amazing. Do you love to sing? Do you love karaoke? You're in the perfect place. Yeah, the Philippines are great. Thailand is great. Thai people are my very favorite in the entire world. Really, you can't go wrong with Southeast Asia. And also, you could also just like live in a backpack, and we could figure out how we could do the sustainable work, or going to school online. We could figure out how to do the sustainability. But you could also just be living in a backpack and traveling around Southeast Asia for a hot minute and figure out exactly where you want to land, you know? I love hearing about the different countries. Share more you can think of if you'd like. Love hearing about the different countries. Share more you can think of if you'd like. Ask me questions. I say the same things over and over again, so I don't know what parts you've heard. What do you want to know about? Ask me anything. Ask me regions. You want to know more about Latin America? Do you want to know about Europe, places we can go to? Because I know spots in everywhere. Do you want to know more about African spots? Do you want to know more about different Asian spots? What if I had child support? What about it, love? I know you can't get a passport if you have unpaid child support. I know that that's a limitation. Yeah, so I guess with that, it's like, do you have a passport? I mean, you should still be taking care of your kids, you know what I mean? Do you have a passport, and like how much is that, and how can we put that into the budget of what we need? Hey, according to Miss Gemini, hello, love. Yeah, today's long. We're already over 2 hours. This one's long, and it's brought to you because I'm drinking a beer and smoking a joint. That's why we're like an hour longer than usual. Yeah. And also because it's not as intimidating. Like when there's only 9 people in here, there's only like 15 people in here, it's so much less pressure. When there's like 60 people in here and I'm like, there's no way I don't even know. You guys are probably an hour back in the comments anyways, because I talk a lot and I answer everyone. But it's a little intimidating when there's a lot of fucking people in here. I feel very perceived. Okay. Speaking of a joint. Okay, yes, you made it. According to Miss Gemini, you're 43, you have a 10-year-old, no degree, lesbian, would want to go to Thailand. I love Thailand for you. Okay, I love Thailand for you. Right now, a little bit challenging. In the future, we can make happen. So for you, because you've got a kid, if you were just one single person, I would say we could do education visa. We could go to school online, take out all of our student loans, all of our Pell Grants, everything. We only need to get to $1,000, $1,200 to live comfortably, which means we only got to come up with $250, $400 online to be able to live comfortably. You and a daughter, Thailand gets rough because you got to pay for her schooling, which is a cost to that. I say Cambodia. Cambodia is where you start, which is right next to Thailand. You could be going on vacations to Thailand. But even without a bachelor's, you could be teaching English in Cambodia. And So gay marriage isn't legal. Cambodia, within like one generation back, has just been getting over genocide, their own fucking fucked up bullshit. So they haven't made it legal yet. Thailand is the first place in Asia to make it legal. Actually, little known fact: if you Google Amnesty International's announcement that gay marriage is legal in Thailand, it's my bald ass hugging my Thai friends that they used as a front cover. Oh my god, famous. Not just that I got ran over by the car, but also that I'm gay and very happy in Thailand about it. Ah, um, no, but Cambodia. So gay marriage is legal in Thailand, but in Cambodia it's super, super, super brain injury. Not expected. Accepted. It's super accepted. Trans people are super accepted. They've been having it on their ballots for a long time to like be voting in gay marriage. I think it's going to happen probably within this next decade. They are very progressive in that. Absolutely. Cambodians are very, very lovely. And you only need $360 per person to be able to get what's called an E-class business visa. Oh wait, we're not talking about that for you. We're talking about you going down there to teach. So if you go down there to teach in Cambodia, your daughter would get to go there on a visa under your work visa. So you'd be there legally to work. Your daughter would be there legally. You'd be making money in school enough to be able to save a little bit without a bachelor's. Cambodia is the only country that you can go teach English in person without a bachelor's. So what you're going to do is after this, you're going to go look at International TEFL Academy with a bachelor's taught in Cambodia. So you're going to get a TEFL taught in Cambodia. I think in Cambodia, the TEFL course is 600 or 1680. And it's a month-long course. It's taught in person, but they guarantee a job placement after that. And the International TEFL Academy, which is why I recommend them, they're very, very, very renowned, very well known, very prestigious, very reputable. So when they tell you that they guarantee a job placement behind it, they fucking mean that there's a job underneath that. So if you pay $16.80, you go to Cambodia, you don't need a bachelor's. As long as you've got a high school diploma or GED, go to Cambodia, teach English down there. That's a work visa. That's enough money to live comfortable and enough money to save. If you want to get to Thailand, you sign up to go to school online. Any bachelor's you get, any bachelor's what the fuck soever you get, we can get you teaching English in Thailand. Good. Safety, teaching English, work visa, enough money, your daughter under a work visa with you. Good. And if you sign up to go to school online, sign up to take out all the student loans, all the Pell Grants, everything. We're going to first look at the lowest cost per credit community college in your state. Community college, because community college is cheaper than universities. In-state's cheaper than in-state's cheaper than outside of state. So we look up lowest cost per credit community college in your state or an online tech school in your state that offers a bachelor's and compare the cost. Sign up to go to school there. Go to fafsa.gov. Sign up to take out all the student loans, all the Pell Grants, everything. So yeah, I would say go to fucking Cambodia, start teaching English through the International TEFL Academy, sign up to take a month-long TEFL course taught there in Cambodia, which turns into a guaranteed job, which turns into a work visa for you, your daughter, enough income stability, a little bit of savings. When you sink into that role a little bit, when that feels comfortable and good and doable and the norm, sign up to go to school in the United States, sign up to go to school, lowest cost per credit, in-state tuition for community college, get a bachelor's, get a fucking online bachelor's in anything whatsoever. That's going to be on the low end, $2,300 to $3,000 every 3 months they send you. So on the low end, that's $766 the government's going to send you for 4 fucking years for free. Don't pay it back. I haven't paid back $65,000 of student loans. I'm never going to pay a penny. I don't give a fuck that my credit score is fucked. What do I give a fuck about? If I ever want to move back to the United States, which fat chance on that, I'm just going to do what Donald Trump did. Gross sentence to fucking say. And file for bankruptcy. I don't got a house. I don't got a car. So they got nothing to take away from me if I'm moving back to the States from being abroad. So they're just going to start with my credit score all over. So it doesn't fucking matter. So go to Cambodia, start teaching English over there. Sign up to go to school, be working on that bachelor's. That's how you get to Thailand. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's your place. Okay, smoke a little weed about it. Hi. I'm heading off. Thank you for what your duty is. Good night, worms. It's always so great to have you in here. Turtle Island forever. Yes. Turtle Island forever. Indigenous sovereignty is fuck. Okay. K Cartier. Hello. Okay, Cartier, 30, no dependents, no children, no bachelors, just food handlers and work for a home job. I'm passionate about keeping my peace and working out healthy. It got you. Right now, you got to do this fast. You got to do this before you turn 31. When you turn 31, you can't do this shit no more. So, before you turn 31, you can get a holiday work visa in Australia or New Zealand, right? Apply for both of them. Here's a trick. You should apply for both of them before you turn 31. Both of them give you up to a year to actually go. So if you apply before you turn 31 to both of them, you can actually go to both of them before you turn 32. But that's the cutoff. But you could go work in Australia, New Zealand, and go make $26 an hour. The money is in farm work jobs. There's so many different farm work jobs down there that you can go make $26 an hour at. You stay in a dorm room, you stay in a hostel, or you get a tent, and everyone stays there for free. So you're not paying for accommodation. You're making $26 an hour. I lived in Southeast Asia for a while. I've met so many people who travel around the world for a year or two, and all they fucking did was go to Australia first and go work for 6 months and save like $10,000. So before you turn 31, my friend, sign up for a holiday work exchange visa in Australia, New Zealand. Get that visa. Fucking love weed, man. You expect me to raw dog this fucking life? End stage capitalism? And I'm supposed to just raw dog this shit? You fucking out of your tree. Out of your goddamn tree. Speaking of pot, Thailand is weed, or Thailand it's legal. You can buy it in a dispensary. Cambodia, it's illegal, but it's not like they don't really care. They advertise for weed in like different restaurants and hostels and shit. Vietnam, illegal. They've been starting to go through different apartments with like dogs and shit and search. Although I've smoked weed successfully in every country I've ever fucking been to because hello, stoner. But there's those things. Kate Cartier, I'd say I need help with getting out of the States and getting my enhanced ID for travel as well. I want to either go to Bali or Thailand with a pit bull named Carmen. I don't recommend Bali. Indigenous sovereignty, Bali is just a bunch of white tourists on top of white tourists, a bunch of white tourists. It's super overcrowded. They're actively colonized. I don't recommend Bali. If you want to go to Indonesia, there's fantastic places in Indonesia that are not just sitting on top of white tourists. Thailand's fantastic. We would need a one-on-one, me and you. We would need to check specifically for the pit bull. Because there's countries we can get you to. We're going to get you somewhere. But we're going to have to check specifics for the pit bull. Love your energy. Oh my God. Thank you, Magnet Rebex. Ashkosh story. I hate working in finance. I'm looking for a different source of income. Looking for a country where it's safe to live alone as a black woman. Okay. So you work in finance, and I can't remember because brain injury and it's far back. I assume you've got a bachelor's then. Baby, go to Thailand and start teaching English there. Go to International TEFL Academy. Look for an English, go to International TEFL Academy and go to, what are the words? Where did you go? How do I find you? You should go teach English in Thailand. This is how we do this. Go to International TEFL Academy, look at a course taught in country, in Thailand, a TEFL course teaching English as a foreign language course taught in Thailand. It's $1,420. They guarantee a job placement. Thailand is a fantastic place for single black women. Specifically, go to Chiang Mai. You should on Instagram, look at my friend her name's Sabrina from New Orleans. Retro.recess on Instagram, retro, retro.recess. She does a lot of really cool community events. She's been living down there for like 8-10 years. There's a lot of black expats, a lot of single women black expats down there doing really cool shit. You could teach English. There's other shit I'm sure that you could do that we can. I mean, if we ever did a one-on-one together, I'm sure that you've got so many other skills and talents that we could hone in on and figure out like sustainable online work revenue with those things. But even in lieu of that, you could absolutely get if you've got a bachelor's, you could be moving to Thailand to be teaching English in country. Even if you don't have a bachelor's, again, Cambodia is great for black folks, great for a single black woman, very safe. So even if you don't have a bachelor's, which I assume you do, you earn finance, right? I would say Thailand would be great. If not, but Cambodia would be great. What spots in Africa? Okay, so Ghana is very interesting. So Ghana offers what's called the right to abode, which if you can prove that you have descent in Africa, which like if you're black in the States, you can prove that, right? If you can prove that you have descent or originality in Africa, they will grant you, it's like a very quick pathway to residency and the citizenship. I think you only have to live there as a resident for 2 years before they give you citizenship. And the US and Ghana offer dual citizenship. So that's a very, very, very interesting thing. There are some places where you can live as a single person affordably for like $1,200. It's just not as affordable as Southeast Asia, which is why I love Southeast Asia. So as a single person, you can live affordably in spots in Ghana for what I hear like 1,400, 1,200 around there. For a family, you're going to need more like 2,025, something like that. A lot of people are also going to Kenya. There's a lot of people going to Kenya. I guess in Kenya with visa status, it's more of like you get there and hire a lawyer to like do the under the table, whatever needs to happen to have that work out. But a lot of people are going to Kenya and staying long term there and really enjoying it. Again, more expensive. That's more like 1,500, 2,000 to live like pretty comfortable is what I've researched. More expensive than Southeast Asia. South Africa is always fantastic. I've been personally to South Africa multiple times. I love South Africans. They're fantastic. And also, well, that's debatable. Now they say the oldest human remains were found in Kenya, but before, for a long time, the oldest human remains had been found in South Africa. So really, well, we all are African, but really we all are from South Africa or now maybe Kenya, depending on which one's older. I don't know. Listen, I don't know now. But those are some good spots in Africa that I know of that offer really good pathways to residency and like long-term stability. KB, I have a friend who's disabled with CP, no degree, no dependents, anything for that. So like it depends. What needs do we have with a disability? Are you wheelchair bound? If we're wheelchair bound, then I'm going to suggest like the Netherlands. The Netherlands is very interesting. We can do places like Chiang Mai and stuff too. It's just like they're just not as accessible, but like, yeah, Chiang Mai, I would say in Thailand, not mountain towns after that. Cambodia, I would say, unless you're going to Phnom Penh, I would say Cambodia, parts of Brazil, we could say, but like a sure safe bet, I would say the Netherlands. So the Netherlands is very interesting. So they have what's called the Dutch American Friendship Treaty, which I can't say it without doing this. It feels like the handshake emoji. The Dutch American Friendship Treaty. So you just have to have $4,500 that you put in a Dutch bank account. You don't have to give it to them. You just have to you have it in a Dutch bank account, and you have to register a business in person or online business with like their parliament, whatever, the fancy name for their government bullshit. You got to register a business and have $4,500 in a Dutch bank account, and they will give you a visa to live there and be able to work there. So that's a really interesting opportunity. So depending on, I mean, if their wheelchair needs, that's a good thing. If they just need good healthcare, Thailand's got great fucking healthcare, super affordable. Thai healthcare, will for anyone in the country, tourist, anyone, the healthcare is for free. It takes a while. It's government. I've done it. Sometimes you just have to wait in line all day, but they'll give you X-rays and shit totally for free. You have to pay for your medications. But if you want private healthcare, like top of the line shit, I've also had private healthcare in Thailand where like every time I had an appointment, they had a translator there with me. I had to get wrist surgery, and there was like the fucking hospital room was like a goddamn apartment. Like it was crazy. I mean, my wrist is great, like great healthcare. But if you want to get private, again, healthcare is free in Thailand. But if you want to get private healthcare, it's anywhere between $250 to $2,500 per year for private top of the line healthcare. So that might be something to look in with them for that. Thailand, and then maybe going to school online, getting that, teaching English online, teaching whatever thing, what other sort of skills, gifts, and talents they have, how we can utilize that. I think we'd be better in a one-on-one. Ashko story. I love a one-on-one. I keep trying to scroll my computer up on the comments on that. I would love a one-on-one. I would love to meet with you and come up with like a concrete step-by-step plan with you. So to book a one-on-one, it's $22 to $62 sliding scale. And we talk about all this, everything, whatever we need, countries, how we're doing the sustainable business plan. We're talking about everything, however exactly you need. And how you book that is Cal is in calendar. So cal.com/DS Travels the World, which is my profile. So cal.com/Diaz-travels-the-world. So cal.com/Diaz-travels-the-world with the dashes. You want to leave from the U.S., Measy? I would love to help you, my love. Go ahead and answer those questions on the screen, and I will give you personalized to you coaching on where you should go. Yes, I would love to meet with you with a one-on-one PTSD. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. Now we're talking about service dogs. The goal is to finish catching up with you guys. The goal is to finish it. So am I 45 minutes behind? I'm at least a half an hour behind. Fuck. This is how we get into marathon streams. But I would rather be in a marathon live stream with like 8 people in here, 10 people in here, than like 60. Although it's like more volume, but there's just so much more pressure. Even though this is going up on all the channels and people can watch it later, it feels like it's just a small amount of motherfuckers talking some shit while I drink a beer and smoke a blunt. Which this is the shit I talk about when I drink a beer and smoke a blunt in person anyways. Is how can we say fuck the United States? How can you move abroad? How can you get access to your own? This is what I talk to with like people around the world that I meet too. Oh, I help people from around the world set up their own fucking businesses and get attached to some US money as well. Oh, you better fucking believe it. I just make money talking about the shit that's my favorite fucking thing to talk about. You want to talk about dismantling systems of white supremacy? Favorite conversation. You want to talk about why the United States sucks so bad? Favorite conversation. You want to talk about anything queer related? Favorite conversation. And now I get paid to do it? Business plan, bro. Start doing your shit for free. Start doing it for free on a live stream. Build a community. Build an audience. This is my, 24 days of doing my one-on-one coaching? I was doing live streams for 9 months, right? And on the 9th month, I started doing, because it was so highly requested, because it was so highly demanded and asked for by my audience to start doing one-on-one coaching. I've made, at this point, $2,600 in 24 days, charging $20 a pop. I only get 20 of it. Charging $20 a pop for most of my people. Some 50, some 60, right? I'm saying, show up in your service, show up in your gifts, start building a community behind you. I'll teach you how to film good content. I'll teach you how to get the algorithm to push your shit around. Start filming good content. Start advertising your free live streams. Start showing up in your community. Start giving away your talents, your gifts, and your skills. Start building an audience and a community around you. Start building trust in yourself that you have value in this, that you know how to teach this, that you have value in your fucking skills, right? And have your audience start learning that you have value in this. Keep doing it for free. Then start charging $5-7 for classes. Start doing it in classes. Start getting one-on-one clients for the shit that you're into. You know what I mean? Have all of the live streams, all of the groups that you've been recording. We're recording everything, right? Every live stream, every group class we've ever done, we're recording it. Now we're starting our membership panel. $30, $20, $40, whatever the fuck you decide. Now you pay me this money and you have access to all of my content, all of my videos, all of my classes. Perfect. All we're ever fucking doing is filming ourselves doing a free live stream. All you're ever doing is filming yourself doing a class, $5, $7 class. That's all you're ever fucking doing, right? And now all of a sudden, not only do we have constantly new people coming in, constantly new clients coming in, because we're doing our free stuff. We're getting people free all the time. And look at this. This is free community care, but I'm also advertising my services. I'm also very much getting customers and clients right here by giving my shit away for free. You live your life. I'm an anarchist. I'm a socialist. I think it's just smart business to give your shit away for free. Give people an experience of what they're going to get from you. Get them to trust you and have value in you. You trust yourself, have value in yourself. Make it a low-cost barrier of entry where a bunch of people could come in and get the services and keep coming back. $5, $7 for a class, $20 for an appointment, whatever it is, right? Get people coming back. Start a membership panel of all of my content, all my classes I've ever done, $20, $30, $40, whatever it is. Now you have access to all of it. And now because you have so much back content, start grouping it in classes. Here's my 5-part series of, what were we just talking about? 5-part series of fucking whatever you are, whoever you are. You're right. We're talking about writing a book. Your 5-part series of finding your voice and writing your first novel. Your 7-part series of of poetry, of, your social justice poetry or poetry classes, whatever it is, right? All you're ever fucking doing is filming yourself on a live stream and filming yourself in group classes. And now we're regrouping those together into different 7-part classes, 5-part classes, and we're selling them as a group bundle. All we've ever done is just film it 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and now we're selling as a group bundle. I am down to pay $200-$300 for this woman's fucking teaching me how to write a book, even though I know that I could go pay $30, $40 for it and get access to it. But then I got to individually group it myself, and then I don't have access to her to ask her the questions. You know what I mean? Like, this is long-term sustainable, aligned with your passions and your fucking gifts. So who are you? These are the questions. Who the fuck are you? What are you into? What are your gifts? What are your talents? What are your skills? What do people come to you for? What do you find yourself drunk and a little stony baloney constantly talking about? What do you hyper focus on? Like, what are you just fucking good at? How can we teach that online? How can we sell it? House certificate average 405 in Texas from what I've seen. Yeah, so to get your animals on the house certificate in the States is, everything in the States is stupid. It's expensive. When you get out of the States, it's like $20. Like, for me to cross my dogs with a border for the house certificates, it's like $20-$30. It's fucking nothing. But everything in the States is stupid. What did you say about Bali? I've heard it's way better than Thailand. Prices in all houses. No. Bali is heavily, heavily, heavily colonized. Bali is white tourist on top of white tourist on top of white tourist on top of fucking content creator. Bali is an island that is overcrowded and overran with whiteness. I don't recommend. Indonesia is beautiful. Indonesians are beautiful. There are a lot of fantastic islands you can go to, and we could talk about all of those islands. Great stuff. I mean, if you want to go to Bali to vibe it out for a second, sure. I don't love hanging out with tourists. So that's not really my vibe. You want to leave the U.S.? I'm 23. I have a child. I have a trade for welding. Okay, so then you need to be looking at different countries who are specializing for that. If you've got a specific trade, especially in healthcare or shit like that, you need to be looking in different countries. Start with New Zealand, start with Ireland, and be looking at if they offer specialized visas for welding. Don't do drugs. Don't drink. You just mask your problems with. I don't have problems, babe. I'm just enjoying a cerveza. I don't have problems. I'm just enjoying a little joint. I work at a gutter company. No, I do not own a home. Oh yeah, it's Rage Bait stream. No, I'm just live on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube right now. So I'm reading all of the chats from everyone. You must be new. Oh. Trying to figure out how to leave from the USA to Africa. Trying to figure out how to leave from US to Africa, some other place I don't have a lot of funds. So if you don't have a lot of funds, my love, you need to be looking in Cambodia. Cambodia is the most affordable, cheapest place we can get to. If you don't have a bachelor's, you can go down there and teach English, which turns into a work visa, which turns to you and your kid being able to be there legally. So what you need to do is you need to look at the International TEFL Academy. English, you need to look at International TEFL Academy, TEFL course taught in Cambodia. $1,680. It's a month-long course. They guarantee a job placement. So if you pay $1,680 and you go in down there and you take a month-long course, they're going to guarantee an English teaching job for you after that. That's going to be a work visa for you and your kid to be there legally. That's going to be enough income for you guys to be good. Yeah, so I recommend looking into Cambodia. You got a day training? Hell yeah. You should look into Trades by Sai. He teaches for free on YouTube. Yes, went to Croatia for 2 weeks, Venice, Italy for 2 days. My best self. Traveling once by yourself at least once in your time in life is necessary for everyone. Absolutely. I have PNES, ADHD, CPDC, anxiety. Oh yeah, you alphabet soup. You could totally get a psychiatric service animal. I'm transgender, chronically ill. What countries would you recommend looking into to escape the U.S.? I would absolutely Thailand. Thailand is great for trans people. Thailand has great healthcare. Absolutely. Blaze it. You're right. Yes, Diaz After Dark. Oh my God, I'm so far behind. But yes, Diaz After Dark. I hope those beers are getting cold. And I love, okay. Well, it's only a few of us in here. It's going to be posted. Whatever. I got a guy here that fucking delivers me joints. He delivers me pre-roll joints, $2 a pop. I can text him and he will be here at my location within 10 minutes. Dropping me off some pre-rolls for $2 a pop. It's crazy. The service here is delicious. And here's how I teach you how to do this. For people who smoke weed who are going to travel abroad, let me teach you insider information how we do this shit. 5 years stoner vet, I can always find weed. 1, have tattoos. 2, Be cool. Because that just authenticity just fucking reads, right? But go somewhere cool. Go somewhere, go to a restaurant, go to a bar with good music. Go where cool people the fuck are. Sometimes I'll be walking around and I'll see someone real fucking cool. I'll see someone with tattoos, cool hairstyle, and I'll just go up to them. Maybe I'll use Google Translate. This is how I found my spots in Thailand. This is good information, even if you're not a stoner. If you're just trying to find insider information of like cool spots to hang out, go up to people who look like a vibe that you're into. Go up on Google Translate or whatever you need and be like, hey, you look really cool. I'm just trying to find a place to hang out. Where do you go? What do you hang out? Do you know of any good music in town? You know, get them giggling, talking about that. And if they give you answer, and then you could be like, hey, also, do you know a little, because it's not a pressure situation. They either giggle and nod their head and then you're fucking in, or they say no and it's not a big deal and now you got a recommendation for somewhere to go dance or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But always ask. Motorcycle taxis. Well, in Latin America, motorcycle taxis are the connection, and they'll deliver all the shit for free too. I've gotten some crazy shit delivered to me in the middle of the jungle. It is Diaz after dark. Man, the shit that South America is known for, my friends, that shit is pure as fuck. And you could get it delivered to you for like $4 a pop, like deeply in the jungle. No phone service, just delivered to you in the jungle. You know what I mean? I don't play with powdered things in the United States because everything's fucking cut with Fent. I don't even touch. There's no fucking way I would. But back in my day, we used to go to festivals and party and hang out a lot. But when I'm in South America, and I'm also ADHD, and here's how I know I'm super fucking ADHD, because when the shit is pure, oh, I take a nap. Oh, I eat a meal. I'm so calm. I'm so quiet. I've had girlfriends before be like, bro, are you okay? And I'm just like, actually, yeah. This is just the most quiet my brain has been in months. The shit is crazy pure down here, man. In Bangkok. I need to get something for myself now in Bangkok. Oh my gosh. Are you in Bangkok right now? Fucking, bro, you should. There's a follower of mine who just started a fucking lounge, a weed lounge in Bangkok. I don't know the address, but yes. It's Phoebe. Hello, my love. How's it going? From YouTube. Hello, my friend. Fuck yeah. Blaze it. Yes. Sorry I fell asleep with a cat. No need to apologize. So glad you're here. 1,000% credit union for the people. Yes. I've been credit union for years. Yeah, I got out during Standing Rock. Starcudium. 19, no dependents, but I have a partner. I have a few college credits but no degree. I'm an artist, animator, illustrator. I'm looking to escape the United States and find a safe place to live. Trans. No sir, he's been private teacher for 20 years. Oh, I love in Thailand or Cambodia are so safe for us trans folks. But before that, you should go to Australia, New Zealand, also safe. If you're super clocky trans and you're worried about safety, I recommend New Zealand for sure. If you feel safe in the transness and like the safety in the States around that, then Australia is going to be safer. Australia's still like a white supremacy empire, but it's a good 7 years behind us, right? So it's still a lot safer. There's a lot of money to be made over there, so figure that. But if anyone under 31, I highly recommend Australia, New Zealand holiday work visa. Go make $26 an hour. Go work at a farm. You could do any job whatsoever. You can find something with your degree, whatever the fuck. But the money making jobs are in the farm work because you're not paying for rent. You're staying in a dorm down there. You're staying in your own tent with like a mattress or whatever you fucking need. So you're not paying for accommodation. So you're just stockpiling $26 an hour. That's what you should do. So there's so many ways, right? You should do that. So that's 2 ways. That's Australia, New Zealand. You should sign up to go to school. We can get you signed up to go to school. We can get you teaching English online. See, that's why one-on-ones are so good, because there's so many different avenues we can route for you. Australia, New Zealand, you can sign up to go to school for a bachelor's. Then we only need to get you making another $200, $300, $400 a month, teaching English online or whatever online sustainable work, passion things that vibe with you, right? $250 to $400 that you have to come up with online is fucking nothing. That's $67 to $100 a month or a week that you have to come up with. Nothing. You could teach English on Preply or Cambly, Preply, Preply, Cambly, Cambly, without a bachelor's, without a teaching degree, anything, without a teaching certificate, nothing. You can start teaching right the fuck now. You can make $250 to $400 a month teaching English, Preply, and Cambly right away. So if you do that and sign up for to go to school, you can go to Thailand. So the thing with Australia, New Zealand holiday work visa, you can do it up until you're 31. So you could do that right now. You could do that in a couple of years. You could keep that in a back pocket. Like, you got options, baby. Hello, level of trees. No, sir. He's been in private teacher for 20 years. No teaching, sir. Yeah, so then you need to go to, I would suggest doing a TEFL in person. Go do it in person, and then they guarantee a job placement. So International TEFL Academy. You're so welcome. Ashko story. This is the first time in my life I've been grateful for the internet. I'm almost 50, so I remember before it existed, and I know how to read a paper map. I'm 38. I remember before it existed. I remember the dial-up. I remember how only one person could be like on the dial-up or on the phone. Oh yeah, I remember the shit. I know how to read a paper map. We used to have to print off MapQuest for like the multiple step directions, and if you missed a direction, you're shit out of luck because it's not on your phone. You just better figure it out. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're finding use and information and value in this. So many people in this, that's why you don't really meet very many people in the States who travel around. In my 5 years traveling the world, you just don't meet very many people from the States because people think that you have to make a lot of money or you have to have a specialty degree or a special something to be able to do this, and you don't. There are a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of ways to do it, especially if you've got a hustle mentality. If you got a hustle mentality, all we got to do is get you teaching English online. And then we can start you a sustainable as fuck, specific to you business about your passions and your goals and the stuff that makes you you. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it really is this easy. It can really be this fucking easy, especially if you have access to credit cards. If you have access to credit cards, oh baby, figure out how we can max it out. Figure out how we can take cash out of that shit. Get on a plane. Okay, I got 10% battery on this phone. I could go longer. Oh my god, I could do more than 10%. So how am I gonna resolve this? I guess we just do it this way. I wish that this light wasn't so glary for you guys, but I guess it's okay. Yeah. Okay, it is always better than our fucking camping lantern we were on for like. Okay, it's been a year. A year anniversary of me living in this van has happened. August 4th is a year. I was gone during it, but for a year I've used a fucking camping lantern. No, not this one. For a year I've used a fucking camping lantern. Oh, also if TikTok goes, it's fine. There's not very many people in the TikTok anyways. Are you in a... Oh, you're this one. Got it. Hold on, un momento. How are we gonna keep stable though, my bruh? It's interesting that one lasted longer. Okay, so you're gonna have to oh, sorry friend, you're gonna have to balance real interesting wise. Also, I'm trying to figure out hostels and shit in Chiang Mai. Perf. Okay, wait. It's Phoebe from YouTube. I just landed, but I need za. So I'm trying to figure out hostels and shit. So you could just Google dispensary. I mean, depending on your area, Bangkok's more expensive. Everything's cheaper in Chiang Mai. Everything's way cheaper in Chiang Mai. If you go to a dispensary in a tourist area, it's going to be way more fucking expensive. If you go on one in an outskirts, but then it's going to take you like a 30-minute, 40-minute like fucking boat ride, scooter ride out. But just be looking up dispensaries. Looking up dispensaries, look up lounges. I guarantee you there's like 3 walking distance from you. You're trying to figure out hostels and shit in Chiang Mai. Well, what's your vibe, babe? Are you trying to party? Or are you trying to like lay low? Like, what's the vibe? Because I got suggestions. If you're trying to party, well, if you want a hostel, you're going to look for one inside the inner square. You want to go in the old town. Anywhere in the old town is going to be fantastic. Yeah, what's your vibe? What's your need? For me, I need a soft, comfortable bed. I need a hostel that's got the blinds that come all the way around to separate. That's really what I need. I'm disabled, so I want one like an elevator and shit. But you're on hostelworld.com, yes? Are you on Hostelworld, the app? If you're not, you need to get on Hostelworld and just like be looking on there. There's so many. Or for Asia, a lot of the times you could just use Google Maps too. Just Google Map, or even if you don't want a hostel, like if you're older and you don't want to be around a bunch of 20-year-old kids being drunk and like people setting off their alarm early in the morning and whatever, just be Googling on Google Maps guest houses, or even put it into Google Maps or Google Translate guest house in English and take the Thai guest house like link and put that into Google Maps and search that. In Chiang Mai, there's so fucking many. What time is it right now? What time of the year is this? Who am I? August. You're before tourist season. You're before that main, so you should have availability of a fuck ton of stuff. Trying to think which specifically. Just go to hostelworld.com. There are so fucking many. I could give you a good suggestion for a $4 a night hostel that's like really good and a really great spot. That's actually by one of my, oh my God, I miss Chiang Mai. That's by one of my favorite places ever to go dancing, which is just like Thai locals. That like I'm the only person there, and it's Thai people doing like fucking DJ remix of like Thai and English hip hop. And I'm the only white person there, and it's just like fucking dirty and so grimy. Oh my God. Oh, I miss Chiang Mai so much. Yeah, go to Hostel World. You have so much fun. Have so much fun. Also in Chiang Mai, I don't know if you're queer, but you need to go to Sapphic Riot. On Instagram, you need to look up Sapphic, SAPPHIC_riot. That's your people. That's your community. Oh my God, tell them I miss them and I love them. Heavy on the riot part. It's like a protest organizing space that's like queer, sapphic, trans, just like it's, if you're going to live there, if you want community, that's it. You also on Instagram, if you're into Chiang Mai, you should look up my friend Sabrina from New Orleans. She is retro, RETO .recess on Instagram, retro recess. And she does a lot of really, really cool community events. Like, they have kickball, I think tomorrow or some shit. They have like a riding group all the time. They do a bunch of really like skate and art in the park and shit. She does a lot of really, really fucking cool community stuff. Pseudo luxury night. Hey, any advice about moving to China? Yes, if you have a bachelor's, you should go to International TEFL Academy and look at a teaching English as a foreign language certificate taught in China. If you have a bachelor's and you do a TEFL in China, the International TEFL Academy will guarantee you a job placement in China. And Chinese English teachers make so much fucking money. It's crazy. One, they will cover your rent. They'll pay for your relocation costs, but then you could save like $20,000 to $40,000 a year. Save $20,000 to $40,000 a year. Fucking crazy. So that's my advice on China. Heavy. Super excited. Oh yeah, internet and Wi-Fi connections, keeping your phone number or not. eSIM. I don't get an eSIM. If I'm going to be living in a place, eSIMs are very expensive. I just get a SIM in person. So if we're going to Thailand, I could teach you, you go to AIS. Here's where we're getting it in the Bangkok airport. We go to 7-Eleven to refill. Like we could be learning all these things. Specifically if you're like in a one-on-one with me and we figured out a plan and where you're going, I do the whole thing. Like we could figure out where we're going, how we're doing online sustainable work. We could figure out, okay, now I'm at the airport. What the fuck do I do? How do I get from airport to my hostel or my hotel? How do I get from there to the other place that I'm going? How do I find a hotel? How do I find a hostel? Like, how do I get a SIM card? We're doing all of that shit, babe. But yeah, so I normally just get a SIM card in person. It's way cheaper, way more affordable. If you want a US phone number, there is an app called Text Now. I think it's SMS Text Now, but it's an app. I pay a $9 or $10 subscription per month to keep a US phone number where I can use like for my like when they need like verification codes. So like all my verification codes, my banking, my whatever is on this like paid for $10 a month subscription phone number, US phone number, which I can make calls from. I can get messages from them or whatever. Yeah, so that's what I recommend for that. Because of you, I'm actually putting together a basics how-to digital product on how to figure out what type of business to start and how to start monthly with freebies and higher tiers. Yes. This is what I'm talking about. Hey, it's fucking brilliant, dude. Build a community, show up and care, do it for free, have people see the value in you, build value in yourself, then show up and do it for super affordable for group classes, one-on-one, have a membership platform where you're giving all your content for a rate, start grouping it in classes. So it's sustainable as fuck. For all and it grows with you, whatever shit you're into. Maybe right now you're into one thing and in 2 years you're into something completely different. Perfect. Start teaching that because it never goes anywhere. Your 5-part course on cooking Indian dishes, you people are going to be buying that in 7 years from now. That doesn't go anywhere. So if now your niche is not cooking Indian dishes, now your niche is healing your gut through herbal medicine. Perfect. Put your fucking 5-part courses up there. Be doing your live streams. Be doing your coaching through that. Like, whoever you are. Oh my, I just got so hungry. That's probably why I was talking about cooking. Oh, I'm so hungry. Yeah, it grows with you. You can literally be about anything. KB, you're doing so well. Thank you so much for everything you do. I'm curious what countries my 2-year-old would be able to be in school on a visa for teaching English. So any of them, the ones that we're talking about, Southeast Asia, specifically in Thailand. Thailand, you could definitely get your kids into school. For an international school in Chiang Mai, it's going to be anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 for a private international school taught in English per year. So, so that's not, it's not too bad. It's not nothing. He can also be, they can also be going to school for free in Thai at a Thai public school. So there's options. I mean, if they're two, they could be fully bilingual by the, I mean, that could be a way to get them bilingual. Actually, that'd be cute. You should put them in a Thai school. Be teaching English at home, you know, and like doing whatever, but like they would be fully bilingual, and then you would be able to stay there because you're teaching English. That's cute. And then at some point, even if you're like, I don't want to teach English, and your kid is in like a school, your kid could get a visa. Your kid could get an education visa because going to school in an accredited school, right? So you could actually get a visa just being the guardian of a person on an education visa. So even if at some point you're like, I don't want to teach English, I want to start my own online business, we could be doing it like that. Having your kid just be in school and being the accompanied parent on his education visa, that could be a thing. So yeah, I think Thailand would be great. Cambodia would also be good. Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, there are international schools would be taught in English. Or I mean, they're young enough. I think you should do a local school. And that would be free government school, and you could also do part-time stuff. It could be the school that you're teaching English at. You know what I mean? Alicia, 32, no dependents, no bachelors, WAG hotels. I love community. Okay, my love, so no bachelors. So you need to sign up to go to school online. Lowest cost per credit, community college. Yeah, we talk about this. This is a 3-hour live stream. Oh my God, 3 hours. Lowest cost per credit, community college in your state. Sign up to go to take out all those student loans, Pell Grant, student loans, everything. That's going to be anywhere from $2,300 to $3,000. On the low end, that's $766 per month for 4 fucking years that the government just gives you. So if we're going to Asia, we're going to Thailand, Cambodia, backpacking around even, right? We only need $1,000 to $200 or to $1,200 per month to live comfortable. Hold on. That's my baby saying, Mom, I need to be inside of my house right now, my mother. Okay, baby. That's my tattoo. Me amor. Thank you for coming home. That's such a good baby. And now she needs a drink of water. Do you have enough water? Is he okay? Yeah, he's good. Okay. Okay. And also, I have to pee. Don't be a fucking bunch of weirdos. Don't listen to me pee. It's been 3 hours and I'm drinking a liter of beer. Hi, my love. Are you hungry too? Okay. We gotta get the food in the back for you. Hi, kid. She is hungry. She's saying, Mom, do it now, hun. Nobody can see me pee, right? Great. Just listening. Fantastic. Now I have stage fright. Did you? We can get you food in the back. We're gonna have to wait till this live stream, I think. Oh, I have to end the pee too. She says no, she needs some food right now. Here's the food. Okay, let me bring you some food, okay? There's some in this bag, but I gotta open the thing because it's like stuck, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Checho? She says she does not know. It's like stuck in this bag. Here, there's something right here. Okay, here you go, baby. Okay. She's so hungry, mommy. Okay. Back in the business. The dogs always take priority. You know what I mean? No one's entitled to me except for my dogs. Yeah. Bam. You don't unfortunately have a bachelor's. Okay. Should I get one first? I don't think I want to stay in the U.S. anymore. Holy crap, you're still here. Love ya. Feed my soul. So if you don't have a bachelor's and you want to get out right away, you need to look into Cambodia. Start teaching English in Cambodia. If you have a high school diploma or a GED, you can teach English in Cambodia, which turns into a work visa and sustainable income. You can be going to school online. A bachelor's, taking out all of your student loans, all the Pell Grants, anywhere from $2,300 to $3,000 every 3 months. Yeah. I love you too. There's so many things. Ebony the Sunflower, 34, one cat, one dog, good man, one good man. I love that list. We both do no kids, project manager, autistic employment specialist, human rights, cooking, travel, side quests. There's so many things you could do. If we're talking about online sustainable income, teach cooking classes. Talking about an autistic employment specialist. Be doing classes for autistic people on how they can be looking for jobs, how they can be working on their resumes. Be teaching all that stuff. So when we're talking about online remote income, we're talking about what can we teach online, what can we sell online. Those are very, very, very marketable skills. Come here, my love. Are you trying to come up here, baby? Black Americans, does that matter? I don't. Yeah, you have so many marketable skills. I'm 3 hours in this live stream. 2 hours ago, I would have been super, super thorough with you. And now I'm like, you should do it. You should do it. You have so many things. Alicia does not own a home. Instagram dropped me. Born with cerebral palsy, no wheelchair, just medications. Okay. You were here last time. Hello, my friend. I see you in the comments all the time. Disabled archaeologist. Born with cerebral palsy, no wheelchair, just medications. Queer, 31, no, almost associates, unemployed. Anthropology, history, succulents, needlework, new. Okay, so new. So we talked about that last time. You could be teaching that. Okay. So for you, well, before you're 31. Before you're 31, when you're 31. I think before we're 31. So I think Australia, New Zealand holiday work visas out for you. Hi, Tachu. I love you so much. Okay, paso, mi amor. Wait, come here, baby. Come here, baby. Hold it, baby. Here, you want to go this way? So I think for you, well, if we ever did a one-on-one, we could specifically check your medications to make sure. But cost is going to be a thing for you, right? Because you don't have a bachelor, so we need to be going to school online for you. So we got $766. We need to be teaching English online for you, or we need to be finding something that you could be teaching or you can be selling online. So even if you're just teaching English, we need to come up with $250 to $400 online every month, stable, secure stability for you, and then sign up to go to school online. If we're going to get that $766 back per month, for taking out all the student loans, all the Pell Grants, everything, that's going to be enough for you to be safe in Southeast Asia. I would say for you, because money is a thing, I would say Cambodia is the safest bet. Get to Cambodia, be going to school online, be teaching English. I mean, and hell, if you can get comfortable up to 400 teaching English every fucking month, and your school's going good and you're doing good, then I would say, maybe live in a backpack and just travel around for a hot minute. Like maybe set up a home base. Thailand, I have a specific doctor in Chiang Mai that if you just show her your prescriptions in the US, if they sell those medications, she will give them to you. So you could even, if you're able to consistently be making $250 to $400 a month online teaching English, and we're going to school and we're taking out all of our student loans, and so we're coming up with $1,000, $1,200 a month, stable, guaranteed, we've got it. You could fucking live in a backpack and just be traveling around and backpacking if that's something that vibes with you. We could be living in Thailand. You could be living in Cambodia. You could be like, well, people in Vietnam are really just like tourists run Vietnam, or they're getting with a lawyer to like do some other visa shit. But yeah, you could live in the Philippines. So many things. Did I see your message by chance? Oh, my love, I have no idea. Did you message me on the main? Then probably not. If you message me on the backup, DS Travels World _2, oh, this one, then maybe. but I definitely don't remember who you are with it. 1, brain injury. 2, there's too many people I interact with a day, so I don't know. You have to refresh me. Don't forget, no power in Gary, Indiana. No, I think they got the power turned back on. I do believe the latest update I saw that some people got their power turned back on. But yes, hold space for that for sure. Can I content make my disability fitness or college journey? Absolutely. I would say to be like have profitable, I would say start doing live streams and shit with like fitness classes, disability classes, fitness classes centered around disabled people with like what's that thing? Amendments, there's a word that starts with an A that I want to say that means something like making up different workouts based on different people's ability. Thank you for the kisses, my love. But yeah, you should totally start now make your channel around fitness specifically centered for disabled people. There's so many people who want to learn those sorts of things. I would want to learn those things. Yes, ma'am. And I'm sorry my phone kicked me out earlier and I didn't see my comment, thought it was gone, so I sent another. No worries. No worries. And most people I just figure are new in the live stream and so they don't know that I just read everything. In our RV, we definitely stay in one spot and pay for rent. Oh yeah, $435 a month, perfect right now to save. Includes electric and water. That's our only bill to save right now. So definitely coming from a privileged standpoint. Yeah, okay, good. I would get worried when people are driving around in RVs, but yeah, if it's staying there, perfect. I'm so sad. I must have missed your answer. Do I have to message you? No. Oh, you just don't realize that I'm a half hour, 45 minutes behind. But also, yes, you can message me. Thank you. Not the secret beers. What would you do if the parent of your child wasn't okay with moving out of America? Would you feel bad for leaving or would you stay? So that's a moral question, right? For me, there's nothing I wouldn't do for people that I love. And if I felt strongly enough that things were unsafe, there's nothing I wouldn't do. So you've got to ask yourself a moral question of what you would do in that situation. I can't tell you to kidnap your kid. I can't legally be telling you guys that, you know? Would I do that? Yeah. Fucking yeah. I would figure out how to do it so our passports stayed on and that we wouldn't have an issue with our passports being turning off, but I would do anything for anyone I love. KB, I would tell them that if they may not be happy about it, but they'll be happy to have somewhere safe to go when need, yeah. It's an investment to leave, yeah. Italy is fascist as fuck. Yeah. I'm here. What's up, Chris K? Thank you. I'll book a one-on-one. Oh, I'm so excited to meet with you. That would be fantastic. So if you do want to book a one-on-one, I'm sliding scale, $22 to $62 sliding scale. We come up with everything, concrete business plan, countries, step-by-step. I mean, we come up with all of it. You book it going to Cal is in like calendar, cal.com / Diaz travels the world. My profile name with dashes in between. So cal.com / Diaz travels the world. Unapologetically me, I'm 39, medical assistant with 3 dependents. I was looking into Thailand, but I'm scared to make such a big move and not have financial backup while there. You need to choose Cambodia. Cambodia is going to be safer for you guys. A lot easier, a lot cheaper for you guys to get visas. In Thailand, you're going to need at least $1,300 to $1,500 per person to get visas, an education visa. Cambodia, you only need $360 per person to get legal visa to be there and to stay. We need to get you teaching English in Cambodia. So you need to go to International TEFL Academy. You need to look up the, what am I saying? I just realized that you're probably not in here because this is forever ago. But anyways, anybody who doesn't have a bachelor's and has a lot of kids and doesn't know what to do with money-wise, you need to go to International TEFL Academy. You need to do a TEFL course taught in person in Cambodia. They will give you a guaranteed job. Oh, this battery's going to die too. Okay, so I guess I'm going to get off here soon. They guarantee you a job. But I'm having fun on the live stream. I don't really want to get off, but there's not very many people in here, so I don't really need to be on here. But I'm having a good time. Well, I guess there's like 10 people. That's fine. Let me find a battery. Okay. Everybody's dying. TikTok, I'm talking about my computer battery. Don't fucking ban me for this, you stupid cunt. What am I saying? Go eat and feed your pups. Well, I will at some point. Chacho's good. Toby's still outside being a street dog. And I will get food. Mostly on live streams lately, I've just been like only an hour and a half, and I'm like talked out over it. But I think really for me to be enjoying this is to have a little beverage, have a little jointy poo, and then I could stay on for much longer. What? Because I love this shit. This is my favorite. I mean, I've been doing the live streams for 8 or 9 months. I just started doing the one-on-ones like 3 weeks ago. I love doing the free coaching live streams. That's my bread and butter, baby. But now that I'm like, okay, schedule this time, I've been like, well, maybe I shouldn't be a Diaz After Dark motherfucker, but also take coaching from a bitch who smokes a lot of weed. Who better to take coaching from? Who better to take shenanigan advice from than a stoner who's made it work for 5 years? My thing is about work. I just joined, so I have to look back at the video. Hell yeah, there's a lot of information. Just be listening because I talk about it a lot, about 3 online sustainable revenues, starting a live stream, all these. I talk about this shit all the time. Thank you. I'll book a one-on-one. I would love to see you on a one-on-one. Apologetically me. I'm 30. Oh, we already did that. Cambodia. Yeah, Cambodia. Let me get back over in this. Where is she reading the comments? So right now I'm live streaming on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at the same time. And I read every comment, so I'm probably just comments behind yours. I'm not set on Japan, looking for best places for a 2-year education, looking best for 2-year-old education. I would say Thailand, health-oriented and great for travel and culture immersion. Have our animals to bring in enough to save with hubby working one income. Yeah, I would definitely say Thailand. And open for countries that produce a lot of their own food, no politically war-targeted, hopefully, and could hold multiple citizenships. Well, if you want a citizenship, then not Thailand. If you want citizenship, Cambodia. I believe you have to be in Cambodia for 7 years before you can apply for citizenship, which is cool. Also open for countries that produce a lot of their own. Oh, yeah, okay. Did I join too late? You did, Avocado Faye. You're actually lucky. I've been on a live stream for 3 hours now. Normally, it's an hour and a half. So you definitely joined too late. So whoever you're joining right now, you are 3 hours late to the beginning of this live stream. So look at the time. On Sundays and Tuesdays, this is abnormal that we're going this late. So on Sundays and Tuesdays, you need to be in this live stream 3 hours and 10 minutes from now. My type of people. Oh, I hope these emergency beers are getting cold. That's how long. Also, this fridge. Oh my God, I'm so glad to be back in my van. Oh, I missed you, baby. My van's name is Lucy. She is my girlfriend. She's a part of this family. I'm so glad to be back in China for her. New and improved. Because before, the battery we had before, I would have to be worried about having enough solar panel to do live stream. But we're still fucking like fully ass charged. Bitch. Avocado Faye, I don't know if you're still in here. 36, no kids, bachelor's in Black Studies, hot. Experience teaching special needs. I currently work an education teacher in residence. Will gladly drop this. I love art. I love the study of different cultures. I feel like you are going to continue. I wonder if you're here. Yes, you did join too late. Restart this one or restart another one of the lives on Instagram because I talk about 3 online business revenues, which I'm sure I'll talk about again here in a second, but I don't want to I hate repeating myself. It's so exhausting, which is what the live streams are. But if you hang on for a second, I'll talk more about the live streams and the how you group the packaging. I'm sure you've already heard it if you've been here. So I hope you heard it. There's so many things you could definitely do with this, with education. I mean, you're a teacher, right? So when we're talking about remote income, we're not thinking about a job from the United States that's hiring us. We're thinking about what are our gifts, skills, and talents, and how do we show up? How do we teach that online? How do we sell that online? So your shit is marketable. You work in education teaching. You do this stuff. So figure out how we could teach it online or sell this online. Magnetic for life. So I would like to try to do these Pell Grants or whatever to try to get my business up and running because I failed at these things. I thought I was doing, but I didn't. Also, my kids won't be with me, but they're okay. Yeah, do it. Me too. Let's smoke a joint together. Okay, you don't gotta tell me to fuck twice. Seriously, no raw dog. I might have a beer. Yes, please. One time on my birthday, well, I guess not one time, on my birthday, I was on a live stream because we were just on a live stream hanging out. Oh man, I got so drunk on a live stream with you guys. Not you guys, you probably weren't there, but some of the main motherfuckers who've been hanging out in my live streams and been around for months and months. That was fun. I made Jello shots. That was the thing. And there would be every time I'd say a thing or whatever the fuck, and someone would point it out. Anyways, I got really drunk, so the coaching got progressively a little bit more lackadaisical as the night went on. But that's also back when I was doing like 10-hour, 14-hour live stream marathons, like 3-4 days in a row. That shit was crazy. But I was also waiting on the edge of Patagonia for a long time, waiting for like packages to arrive that never arrived. This fan actually was waiting for this fan to fucking arrive, which is why I got to Patagonia so goddamn late, which is why I didn't get to do all of Patagonia, because motherfucker stole it from me. Finally got it here in Paraguay, but smoking a joint. Finstabito. Hey Diaz, it's Finstabito. Oh, you're on both things, right? Phoebe. Yeah, okay, you're on this one, yeah. Okay, so we just talked to that. Benign offers as well as the Ivory Coast. Oh, okay. Oh, let me screenshot that. I'll look into those countries. Thank you. I don't know anything about Benin or Ivory Coast. Also, while creating businesses, I have a small dream of probably making a bar, a gay club, somewhere where people can feel safe. I love that for you. My favorite queer space, community space in my entire fucking life is Sapphic Riot in Chiang Mai, Thailand. That's why I have it tattooed to me. I highly recommend if you're going over to Asia, go over there, check them out. That's for me, that's the vibe. A community space gathering that's like queer, protest oriented. Oh my God, love. Yeah, you should look into Thailand for sure. Also Cambodia, totally. Bayless, hey Bayless, how's it going? I'm 58, no dependents, no certification. Sporadic experience in several construction skills, but not enough to know anything. What do you mean? Okay, sporadic though. I need help raising money to leave. Well, one, Bayless, we're maxing out our credit cards. We're signing up to go to school online. If you don't have a bachelor's, we're signing up to go to school. Or are you interested in perhaps teaching English? If you are, all you need is a high school diploma or a GED to go teach English in Cambodia, which turns into a work visa, income, and the ability to save money. Cambodia is very lovely. The people are very, very kind. I love Cambodia. And then you're also right next door to all of the other Southeast Asia places that you want to like backpack and travel to. So that's interesting. If you want to do that, that only costs $1,680 to get it to go to International TEFL Academy. It's the company, International TEFL Academy, to do a teaching English as a foreign language certificate course taught in person in Cambodia. It's a month-long course. $1,680 is the cost, and then they guarantee job placement after that. So if you pay $1,680 and go down there for a month and take a teaching English as a foreign language certificate course, they guarantee job placement in Cambodia. And then when we could get you a bachelor's, going to school online and a bachelor's, International TEFL Academy guarantees help with job placement around the world. So once we get you a bachelor's, you could be teaching English in Japan if you want to. You could go save $30,000 teaching English in Korea or South Korea, or keep trying to say South Korea or China. Yeah, if we can get you a bachelor's, we can get you teaching English anywhere. But without a bachelor's, we can get you stable, secure, money coming in, teaching English in Cambodia. Cambodia is lovely. Cancer girl, I'm 43, married with 4 kids, no degree, stay-at-home mom. My husband works for ADT. I can't remember where, but there are some companies that are looking for ADT specialists. Maybe Ireland, I want to say. Look into that. But there are some countries offering specialized visas for ADT people. 43, married with 4 kids, no degree, stay-at-home mom. My husband works for ADT, security, is a veteran. He gets VA benefits currently at 80% and working to get 100%. Pause the door. If you are getting $2,000 online, like if you're getting $2,000, if you can make $2,000 online, if you're getting $2,000 in benefits, there's a really cool thing in Belize. It's the over 40 retirement visa. So if you're over 40, which you are, and if you can get $2,000 per month, only $2,000 for all the family, everything, only $2,000 per month on benefits or remote income, and be able to show it to them, they will give you guys all a retirement visa. You could get a retirement visa and all the kids are good to go and the spouse is good to go with you. That's interesting. Interesting. Look into that. Hi, I'm James C. How have you been in the comments for? I am James C. Trying to move to Thailand. Husband said boss told him he would keep him on. He could do customer service from overseas. So he would still get work, just not make as much for now and get his VA benefits. I love that for you. Thailand is fantastic. Great spot for kids. I recommend Chiang Mai. I recommend Northern Thailand. Very, very affordable. Absolutely. So how can I help you, love? Do you have a bachelor's? You could be teaching English too if you need extra money. We could be teaching English online if you need extra money. I love Thailand. I love Thailand for Black expats. I love Chiang Mai. I lived in Chiang Mai for a year. There's a lot of really, really, really cool community going on. Thai people are fantastic. It's called the land of smiles for fucking reasons. Like, Thai people are the greatest ever. Thailand is great. A disabled archaeologist. Born with cerebral palsy, no wheelchair, just, oh yeah, we already did that. I'm associates, yeah, we got you, great. Sorry, I was driving when first content, and yeah. Now I'm getting the lockjaw from the talking. I'm determined to get to the end of these comments. When I get to the end of these comments, I want to be done. Because we're getting closer to 3.5 hours. Yep. Just, have you ever talked nonstop for 3.5 hours? How good was the cocaine? Okay. Otakubu. I know that's wrong. I'm so sorry. 35 dependents. Technical degree. Spirituality, art, writing, gardening, jack of all trades, really. I don't know how. I just need clarity on exact steps to take to make this move because I'm ready. Okay, my love. For you, it might be really great to do a one-on-one appointment because you got a lot of people. We got to talk a lot of specifics, and you want step by step. You're looking at Cambodia. Cambodia is going to be the best for you, cost-effective, most affordable. You got a lot of dependents. I think that you should go. I think your best bet is teaching. Is this best bet? You got 6 people. I think your best bet. I think your safest, most financially stable ability to do this, because you got a lot of people in one person making the money. I think you look into International TEFL Academy. I think you look into teaching English in person in Cambodia. Because what's a technical degree? Is that a bachelor's? If you got a bachelor's, maybe adjust this. But if that's not a bachelor's, then you look into teaching English taught in Cambodia, International TEFL Academy, course taught in Cambodia. Go down there, teach English in person, which turns into a work visa for you, which should turn into a dependency visa for all the kids. So now we don't have to pay $360 per person to get a visa to stay in Cambodia. You're teaching English, so they're either going to have to be homeschooled, or they're going to have to get into, probably because there's too many kids to be doing private international school. They're either going to have to get into a local Cambodian school, which will be free or super low cost, or they're going to have to homeschool. But if you're living locally and you're teaching English there, and then you're after work, you're doing some online teaching English hours, you guys could be good. You could be good. And then whoever's getting you got anybody getting close to 18? Once they get to 18, I don't know how old you have to be. So to teach English online without a bachelor's or without a teaching certificate, you need to go to Preply, 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 and Cambly, Cambly. And you need to sign up to teach English there. So I don't know how old you got to be. I don't know if you need to be 18, 16 or whatever, but whenever the kids get old enough to get closer, start having them start teaching some English. Start having them putting some money into this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, but for one person working and a lot of dependents, Cambodia is your destination. The hustle is how can we make sure that you don't have to pay for the visas, because 6 visas a year is a lot, even though it's cheap at $360 a pop for Cambodia. It's the cheapest visa we can get to stay legally there for a year and work for a year. But for you guys, that's too much. So I think teaching English in Cambodia, making like $1,100 or whatever, $1,000 or whatever a month, doing that. The kids getting into like government school or homeschooling, and then you teaching some English on the side, even if you're teaching like an extra fucking hour after work every day, even an extra hour after work teaching English on the side, I think you guys are going to be all right. Hal Tia, 42, two dependents, LPN, but haven't done it since COVID. Yes, we have a home, Reiki and sound therapy. Sell that house, rent that house out. Don't be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution. Don't be a piece of shit landlord. But I've met so many people around the world who all they do is they were privileged enough to own a home and they rent that shit out. So rent out your home or sell that. Be looking at different countries who are into nurses. New Zealand, Ireland, UK are looking for nurses all the time. Look, if you're interested in that, looking to see if they're hiring for any specialty visas for LPNs, because countries are. So if you're into that, but if you don't want to do that, you're probably new. So I'm not going to go through the whole 10-minute explanation of like the 3 online revenues. We've been on the live stream now for 3.5 hours. So when this one restarts, or actually any of the other ones that are an hour long, it's the same coaching I do every stream. So start in the other streams that are shorter, and you'll hear the like 3 online revenues for work situation. But I'm not going to do a whole 10-minute spiel. I'm really talked out now. But with Reiki and sound therapy, you could totally be teaching that. You could be selling that online. You could be building a community around live streams. You could be doing the group classes. You could be doing the membership platform. Like there's sustainability in that for sure. But I would say be looking into like New Zealand and Ireland and the UK to see if they're looking for LPNs right now. So I have to go. Thank you so much. This is really helpful. I'm so glad, Via. People are afraid to live. They work for retirement, truly. Cancer Girl. Oh, I forgot to add that we do not own a home. We currently rent. Okay. Would it be possible to find a sales job in a country? No. You are the sales job. So we cannot think about getting hired in a country other than teaching English in that country. We cannot be thinking that we're going to get hired in some other country to do something outside of a specialty degree. Like if you're a nurse, if you've got a specialty degree and they hire you, totally. But for just any basic CNA and any basic whatever, we're not getting jobs in that country to do that. The local people are getting jobs to do that. Unless you're under 31 and you're doing the holiday work visa in Australia, New Zealand, unless you're teaching English in country, or unless you've got like a specialty degree or a job that you're getting a specialty degree to be hired for, you got to come in with your own work. So you've got to figure out what your special gifts, talent, skills are, figure out how we're teaching that, how we're selling that online. LifeX Pharmacy in Canada ships everywhere if you have a prescription from a doc. Ooh, what kind of stuff? Can I get ADHD medication? Probably not. Let me fucking screenshot that, though. Wait, no, I don't want dictation. I don't know. You can turn that off. Thank you so much, Diaz. You're such a badass. Logging off, and I will set up a session with you one-on-one with all my never-ending questions. Okay, I'm so glad to meet with you. It'll be a privilege, my friend, to get you set up on a plan and get you guys the fuck out of here. Thanks for those kind words. I'm so glad you've been here. My goodness, my phone died, so I missed everything. Definitely doing a one-on-one. Sovereign Renee, I would love to do a one-on-one with you. It would be a pleasure. Yep, let's get you a concrete step-by-step plan, what country we're going to, the sustainable work stuff, what we're doing for visas, what we're doing for cash grab right now. Let's get a concrete step-by-step plan for you. If you want to book a one-on-one session with me, it's $22 to $62 sliding scale. You just go to my booking site is Cal, as in like calendar. So cal.com/DS Travels the World is my name. So it's DS Travels the World with dashes in between. So cal.com//DS Travels the dash. Right? Yeah, because there's not one after world. DS Travels the World with dashes in between. And let's get together, baby. Let's do a one-on-one. Cancer Girl, thank you. So my husband could get off the retirement visa. So my husband can get the retirement visa because he gets VA benefits. He's 38 and I'm 43. We want to go to Thailand. Yes, we currently get 26. So you're going to get the retirement visa because you're 43. Oh my gosh. Yes, Cougar. So you're going to be able to qualify for the retirement visa because you're 43 and because you make $2,600 a month as a family. You're going to show that and they're going to give you guys the retirement visa and everybody else he's going to get a visa from you and the kids are going to get a visa from you. Fuck yeah. Oh no, Sovereign Rain. Where did I get out there? Oh, why? Oh, what? Am I touching a button? Sovereign Rain. Also, I don't think I could do an Asian country because my fiance is a felon. Nope. Cambodia. Cambodia does not care if you're a felon. You could go to Cambodia as a felon. And then you could still go to the other Asian countries as a tourist. So you could still go to Thailand for up to 3 months. You could still go to Vietnam for 3 months. We could still do everything like that. But you can live in Cambodia as a felon. Yes. It's old, but he has 2 old felonies. Yes, you absolutely can. Oh, I keep trying to scroll up on Instagram. CJM, I'm visibly trans adult with a master's degree in teaching. What countries would you recommend? I recommend Thailand. Super recommend Thailand. One, you could be looking into getting a you could go to the company international. What the fuck am I trying to say? Brain injury. International TEFL Academy. You could look at International TEFL Academy and look at doing teaching English as a foreign language certificate taught in Thailand. Thailand is very, very trans safe, very trans friendly. They give some of the best trans healthcare in the fucking world. I would look into teaching English in Thailand specifically also because you've got teaching shit too. Yeah, so that's a month-long course. In Thailand, it's $14.20. I remember that because I'm a stoner and weed is legal in Thailand. So it's $14.20 to do a month-long course at the International TEFL Academy at TEFL taught in Thailand. And it's a month-long course, and after that, they guarantee you a job placement. So a month-long course, $14.20 turns into a work visa, which turns into stable income, which turns into the ability to stay. I actually know a lot of trans people who are down there teaching English. Oh, I love Thailand. Dub and Sound 28, no dependents other than a dog. Starting my own site to start freelance work as we speak. Love this for you. Not established yet enough though. Okay, so start giving it away for free on live streams. Start building your items, start building your clients, start building your trust in your community behind you. Start giving it away. You know, at first, not now, but the idea is like, well, if I just give everything away for free, who's going to pay for it later? But look at me. For 3.5 hours, I've been giving it away for free. And I've probably had 7 different people say, oh, I'm going to book a one-on-one with you. So I'm giving it away for free. This is the exact same quality of coaching I do in my one-on-ones. People just get my undivided attention and time with them, right? For a concrete step-by-step plan. But this is the same level of shit. I'm giving it away for free. And yet it's getting me return customers. So you do you. I'm an anarchist socialist. I think that giving it away for free and building trust and building clients and building community around that is a brilliant business plan. And then selling it to people for super affordable and getting people in the room at a very low cost barrier entry and getting people in the room and coming back. I think that's the smartest fucking business model. But you do you. But if you're already working on shit like that you're selling and vending, like I mean. Do you have any advice, Cancer Girl, do you have any advice or info about international schools? My 16-year-old wants to go to one in Thailand. Heard they're very expensive. However, she says they have scholarships. So from my research, which you might have done more of the research than me, from my research, it could be anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 per year for good international schools in Chiang Mai. Everything's cheaper in Chiang Mai in the mountains in the north. I love Chiang Mai the best. It's got a great community. It's not like super touristic. So, but for my research, it looks to be $3,500, $3,000 to $500, $3,000 to $5,000 a year, which is not nothing for sure. But you know, it's good quality international education. And I don't remember what I've told you to do. But if you're teaching English, even if you're just teaching an extra hour, 2 hours a day or whatever, if you've got a bachelor's, if you're teaching English online, that could be enough to cover the shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, but a lot of students who go to Thailand are just doing homeschooling. A lot of young people live in Thailand with their like expat parents and just do homeschooling. Oh my God, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Do we just answer these questions here? Yes, but I am hopefully praying that I get to the end of the chat any moment. I'm getting off at 4 hours. No, I'm getting off at 4:20. Who am I kidding? My voice is starting to really hurt and I've been on for 3.5 hours. So put your questions in there, and hopefully I will get to them soon. Oh, am I at the end right now? Oh my God, I'm at the end right now. Oh my God, I could leave right now. Is this really the end? Oh, I could leave right now. I will. I'll stay on for another half hour. I'm so proud of myself. It took me 3.5 hours to catch up with the chat. 4:20. I mean, I have priorities. Speaking of, oh my God, I'm so proud. This is a celebration for a new beer. This is a new beer time. And it's cold. God loves me. I don't really believe in all that, but God loves me. This bitch is cold. Ooh. Cancer girl, you said to stay away from Pattaya, yeah, right? Yeah. Only Wuhan, Phuket, and Chiang Mai. We've been here before. I mean, I don't like Pattaya. I mean, it's just a bunch of fucking old white dudes who are there to like fuck young Thai women. I think it's disgusting. I know people who live on the outskirts of Pattaya because it's beautiful down there. I know people who live on the outskirts who like are into it. If you want to be on the beach, I would say look into Krabi State, look into Krabi Providence. If you're in like Oneg and shit, it's gonna be like crowded, of course. But Krabi is a big state, and there's a lot of cool stuff around there that's not like super touristy. The tourists really only stay in the one specific areas, so you could live down in Krabi State, and like a local Thai area. That could be real fucking cool. Yeah, Phuket is just a lot. Phuket is a lot of Israelis and Russian tourists living on top of each other. It's just in the south, it's just a lot of white tourists. Now, if you really want to do it, Koh Chang, so you're thinking about the islands down in the main part, down on the west side. But if we go closer to Cambodia, Koh Chang is a really cool fucking island, more affordable, a lot less tourist. It's not as like there's not as many like late night parties and like full moon 20-year-olds getting drunk. I don't know if that's your fucking vibe, Cancer girl. It doesn't feel like it might be your vibe. So if we really need beach, and a low chiller vibe could be the thing. Koh Chang might be a nice idea. Koh Mak could be a cool idea. Hua Hin could definitely be cool. I would check Krabi Providence for sure. Yeah. Oh. I forgot how good you were, my dude. Fuck. Really, I just like a nice tasty beer, some good dirty funk right in my fucking face, and a good joint. And some gay people. That's really. And people who smile and say hello when you smile and say hello and pass them on the sidewalk. That's really all I need in a place. Oh, goddamn. Okay, James Blackburn. You could, but things have changed with me. And maybe my mother, little sister, 3 dogs. Okay. You could, but things have changed with me. And maybe my mom, little sister, and 3 dogs. My mother is special ed teacher specialist. I hold bachelor's in agribusiness, need to look into getting a double master's, and I'm late, so super helpful now. And I'm late. Well, so I'm a little confused. Is it just you right now, or is it you, your mom, and sister? Because if it's just you right now, I got ideas. But tell me how old you are. Tell me how many people are coming right now. If it's you, mom, sister, and 3 dogs, okay. But if it's just you right now, there's so many more options. Where did I thought I was like, wasn't my joy bigger? But you know me, I could have smoked it. Yes, it was fucking bigger. Deepani, I'm 42, 4 homeschooled kids, ages 10 to 17. The 10-year-old is deaf. I'm a home birth midwife, a nurse, and herbalist. Ooh, okay. I'm a home birth midwife, a nurse, and herbalist. I'm passionate about helping people heal. I currently don't own a home. We're coming from bus life to international life. Love that you are here. I'm a single mom with my own disabilities, lupus and Sjogren's, I don't know, amongst others. We are thinking of starting in Mexico. Weather is a thing, but also we are navigating trying to keep my deaf son, SSI, and insurance. I don't know if it's worth navigating. You can't navigate it. Let go of that right now. SSI is going to be gone in 30 days. SSDI stays, but the SSDI is going to be gone. Mexico, you guys only have 6 months on a tourist visa. You can illegally stay. You could do it. You could border run, but you only legally have 6 months. Mexico's hard. You got to show that you make $4,500 a month, or that you've got $75,000 in like pensions and savings and shit. Otherwise, they're not. They buckle down. They're not offering visas to people. Not in Mexico anymore. So Mexico is rough. Let me see. Okay, but you need to look at the nursing shit. Your home birth, midwifery, nursing, and herbalism, you need to be looking into specialized visas, because if you have a degree in the nursing, if you got a degree in any of the thing, even just a home birth midwife, you look into New Zealand, Ireland, and the UK. They've got a lot of health professionals that they're hiring for specialty work visas. If they're hiring for nurses and you can get on, that's the ticket. That's how you and all the kids, everyone's going on in visas. You're getting a stable job. You're going to be good to go. Other than that, I mean, I don't know when you probably just got here. We could obviously be starting you a sustainable online income. Your shit is marketable. Home birth, midwifery, herbalism, this is very marketable. We could get a community around you. We can start you an empire of selling your gifts, skills, and talents. Easy. Fucking easy. Give it some time. It's going to take about 8 months or so, 6 months or so to be like getting profit. But so we could always be doing that. If you've got a bachelor's, we could always be teaching English. You got kids. So if we've got to go right now and you don't have a bachelor's in any of the degrees, I would be thinking about Cambodia, even just going down there to teach English down there. Or, I don't know what your timeline is. Say if we did a one-on-one, I'd be like, what's your timeline? If your timeline's in a year from now, oh, then my Lord, we got time. Then we'd be going more in specific about how we're starting this remote online sustainable business for you, because within a year, you're going to be up in money. You're going to be making money. You're going to be good to go. So there's options there. We're definitely looking on Huawei. Yeah, hell yeah. A lot of people really love it. A lot of people love it. And it's close enough to Bangkok, so it's like close enough if you need some big city shit, or for airport life, transportation to and from, not a big deal. A lot of people really like it. Deep Honey, I do have a degree in nursing. I also have a business. I don't work as a nurse, mostly because I sell products. 36 months timeline, def booking. Okay, fuck yeah. I would love to meet with you one-on-one. Okay, so 3 to 6 months timeline. I would possibly look into nursing, even if you're just doing it for a fucking year. Even if you're doing it for the foot in the door, you're doing it for the visa. Then by that time, because 3 to 6 months is quick, right? You got a lot of kids. We're doing it quick. So, I mean, we could get you stable. We could get you money with doing your stuff, especially if you have a business. Like, you could even be teaching courses how to start your own business, how to start your small online business. You could be teaching first aid courses, teaching that stuff. You could be teaching your herbalism, your midwifery stuff. You could be teaching all of this stuff online. Absolutely. You could be doing group classes. You could have one-on-one clients. You could be doing it on a membership platform. You could be selling it in classroom packages. You probably just got here. Absolutely. But that's going to take more time. So when we're talking about sustainable remote income, we're talking long fucking term. We're not talking quick cash grab. Quick cash grab, we're talking about maxing out your student loans, going to back. I mean, whether you did you take out any student loans when you got a bachelor's? Did you max them out? I have $65,000 in unpaid student loans. So did you max them out? For quick cash grab, we can go to school online and get a bachelor's. We could always be teaching English online. You've got a bachelor's, you could get a $20 Groupon if you wanted, $20 teaching English as a foreign language course on Groupon if you wanted. We could get you a teaching English as a foreign language course taught in person, which turns into a work visa, which would turn into a visa dependent for the kids. We could do that in places like Thailand. We could do Vietnam would be easier to do that. You make a little bit more money in Vietnam. We could get work visas for the kids. We'd have to talk about this more and double check on this. We could do it in Thailand. You could be supplementing that with teaching a little English extra to be supplementing the amount that we need. We could be, and during that whole time, because that's just the foot out the door, right? That's just to leave in 3 to 6 months. We could be talking about the sustainable online business, work in all around your stuff, because you're super fucking marketable. You're super marketable. We just need the time to build the audience to get people in to do the stuff to them be selling the courses. You know what I mean? Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, we should totally meet on a one-on-one. I would love that. So $22 to $62 sliding scale. Private coaching sessions. You book cal.com. Cal is in like calendar. Cal.com/. Diaz travels the world with dashes in between. So Diaz dash travels dash the dash world. Boom. Yeah, book now if you can. We're here in this town for a little while longer, but like next week we start traveling. And so my schedule, I cut down my availability from last week by like 30 hours. So my availability is like cut in half from what it had been. And I'm going to cut down my availability another slash from this as well. Because as soon as I start driving, I mean, I live in a van and I travel. Like we're driving soon and we're driving through Brazil, which is a lot of driving. And so, yeah. So if you're wanting to book and you are able to, I would say book it sooner than later because my hours of availability are going to be changing and being a lot more limited for a while. I maxed them out. BS in anthropology, 1 semester till finish. But you have another bachelor's? You have a bachelor's in nursing, right? So you could still be doing online school. You could still be doing online school. Yeah, I forgot all the other stuff. It's almost 4 hours. I'm tired. Okay. You could, but things have changed with me. Oh yeah, this, okay. You could, but things have changed with me, and maybe my mother, little sister, and 3 dogs. Now, mother is special ed teacher. I hold a BS agriculture business. Need to look into getting a double master's, and I'm later, and later I need super help now. Just me right now. I'm 32, 33 in September. My mother divorced just finished. She needs to be out of her home by Labor Day in Atlanta. I'm in New York City. Will be 33, 3 people, 3 pups. Okay. Did you say you have a bachelor's? You hold a bachelor's in agriculture. So, my love, you've got a bachelor's. You could go teach English anywhere. You can, dealer's choice. You could go teach English in Thailand, Vietnam. Fuck, you could go to Taiwan and teach English. You could go to Japan. No, not Japan. You could. You could go teach English in South Korea, China, and go make like $30,000, $40,000 a year. That would be a ticket. There's a lot. You make a lot of money teaching English in South Korea and Japan. It's a much more like strenuous job. They take education very seriously over there. Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan is much more like healthy work-life balance, but you're making enough to live comfortably and saving a couple hundred a month. You're going to be able to save more in Vietnam. So that's an interesting thing. Even with mom, she's got a degree, right? She could also do that. She's got teaching history. So your mom could probably get paid for teaching very well in an international school because what did you say, like 20 years experience? But mom's got experience teaching special ed. I just drooled. So your mom, if your mom's got a bachelor's, which I assume she does, she can get paid very well at a high-paying like international school. And North Carolina, trying to get away from lynchings. Yeah, for fuck's sake. 4 to 5 month time frame. Yeah, so this is what you need to do, my love. So you need to go International TEFL Academy. You need to figure out what country you want to go to. I love Thailand. Yes, mom's been a teacher since 98. She's got a bachelor's. She got a degree, yeah? So I love Thailand and Vietnam. Thailand and Vietnam are great, and they've got a lot of big Black expat communities. A lot of people like Vietnam more. I'm autistic and neurodivergent, and so sounds could be really overwhelming for me. Vietnam has a lot of street noises. So a lot of like honking in the car and a lot of congestion. And so I didn't like Vietnam as much as I love Thailand, but a lot of people love Vietnam even more than Thailand. And you could save a couple $100 more teaching English in Vietnam. Masters, yeah, amazing. Amazing. So you guys are fine. You're set. You're going to be totally fine. So you just need to figure out where in the world you want to go. Do you want to go to Thailand? Do you want to go to Vietnam? Do you want to go to Taiwan? Do you want to go make a fuck ton of money and go save like $20,000 to $40,000 a year teaching English in China or South Korea? So what you want to do is you got to figure out what country you want to go to because you guys got fucking options. You got plenty of options. You're going to be fine. But you need to go to International TEFL Academy. And you need to figure out what country you want to go do it to. And you need to find the Teaching English as a Foreign Language course taught in that country. So International TEFL Academy course, Teaching English as a Foreign Language course taught in Vietnam. Right? You need to have a consultation with them. It's a free consultation, like a 20-minute consultation, and ask them all the questions you possibly can. Visa cost is the biggest issue. Nope. So for these visas, we're going on a tourist visa, and we're going on a tourist visa. We're taking a month-long course through the International TOEFL Academy. They guarantee job placement after that. So you go on a tourist visa, and because we have a U.S. passport, most tourist visas, we just get visa on arrival. Thailand, you get visa on arrival. Vietnam, you have to apply for one, but you'll get it. It just takes a little bit. But you go out on a tourist visa and you take a month-long teaching English as a foreign language course taught by the International TOEFL Academy, because they guarantee a job placement after you're done with the month-long course. So you go on a tourist visa, you take this month-long course, that turns into a job placement guaranteed, and it's a very well-known, this is why I recommend them, because they're very well-known, very prestigious. All over the world, they have international TOEFL courses. So you go on a tourist visa, you pay $1,400 to $1,600 for an international TOEFL course taught by the International TOEFL Academy in person in this country. It's a month-long course. After that, that turns into a guaranteed job placement, which turns into a work visa, which turns into stable income and the ability to save money. If you go teach English in China and South Korea, you're going to save like $20,000 to $40,000 a year. Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan, you're going to live comfortable and be able to save a couple hundred. Vietnam, you'll be able to save maybe 500, 600 a month. Yes. So you guys are going to be fine. You've got degrees. You're going to be totally good. But your next move is going to International TOEFL Academy and looking at the teaching English as a foreign language certificates taught in person. Hold on. Hold on, I've got people here. Hola.
¿Qué tal?
Bien, bien. Disculpe.
¿Con quién está ahí?
Mi trabajar es, disculpe, mi español es mucho malo. Yo voy a aprender una clase. A trabajar acá, aquí.
¿Estás sola nomás ahí?
Sí, solo en mi perrito. Sí. Hold on, we might have to get off soon. There's cops here. Hola, disculpe. Hola. Lo siento, I'm just una clase. Tengo una aprender personas. So una clase right now. That's all. Sí, mira. Mucho Instagram, TikTok y YouTube.
¿De dónde viniste?
Acá, well, acá ahora tengo una médico en la Puebla para una dolor. Tengo una podiatrist en la Puebla, pero tengo una mecánico para mi camioneta. I can't say it online, but tengo una mecánico. Actually, I'm going to get off. This is just, well, no, I should say for safety. Tengo una mecánico para la Puebla para la construcción mi camioneta. Si viajar.
¿Va a conducir ese? ¿Va a conducir?
Sí, solo en mis perritos. Viajar todo el mundo. Sí. Tengo una poquito influencer de Estados Unidos y aprender personas a viajar al mundo. So, hoy trabaja aquí. I'm at work right now. There's so many cops right now. Okay, you max them out. Bachelor's in anthropology. Okay, so if you've got a bachelor's, then you need to be teaching English in so many countries over in Asia. We could be doing it in Thailand, Vietnam. I talked about South Korea and China, Japan even. Get some sleep. Good night, sister, and thank you for all you've done for everyone. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you. You said you're going to do a one-on-one, right? I think they're getting in the car and leaving. You said you're going to do a one-on-one, right? I hope we meet soon. I hope we do that. I'm going to keep you guys on here until at least the cops leave. They're leaving right now. Oh my gosh, yeah, it always makes my butthole clench when the fucking cops come, and the house smells like weed, which weed is illegal in Paraguay. But that's the thing, it's like, weed's illegal in Paraguay. My van obviously smells like weed. Maybe not, though, because I've got this fucking fan. It's got to smell like weed a little bit, right? I don't have any incense going. It's illegal here, but it's not illegal like in the United States. Like, if I got pulled up on what, like six cop cars right around, six people and cops, six cops right around, it would be a fucking issue. But here it's not. They just want to check and see who I am. I'm just a random van parked at the end of the street. They don't know who I am. I've got a license plate from another country. They're probably just fucking curious. You know what I mean? So I'm sure they can smell weed. They don't know who I am. They just ask to see if I'm all right. They just want to see if I'm alone, usually, and what I'm doing and where I'm going next and why I'm here. And then they just leave. So it's different. Like, even though there's like cops and shit around the world, weed is illegal in this country. And they clearly, six cops just smelt me fucking smoking weed. You know what I mean? It's not illegal like it is in the state. You're not going to fucking die over some stupid shit in the United States. If anything, if they got mad, they would just write me a ticket or try to confiscate my fucking weed. You know what I mean? Hi, Kiwi was here. Visa cost, I think, is a big. Okay, get transition headphones. Get translation headphones. Oh, I don't know. I don't need them. You could just get by with whatever you need, or Google Translate. Breathe, baby girl. Oh, I'm good. Cops do always make my butthole clench because I have a lot of PTs with cops in the States, right? But it's not the same as it is now. Like, even if they wanted to get mad at me because I'm smoking weed in a country that's illegal, the worst that's going to happen is they're going to give me a fine. My physical life is going to be fine. My physical property is going to be fine. Like, everything's going to be okay. I might just have to pay some fucking money because I got busted for doing something. You know what I mean? But no, I'm fine. I've dealt with cops. I've dealt with cops so many times in my 5 years of living abroad, especially when you like live in a vehicle and you have a license that's a different one from this country. Like, there's always, people are always going to ask questions. Right, it's decriminalized. In Paraguay, is it? I was smoking a joint down the street. Well, I was about to smoke a joint down the street the other day, and cops pulled me over on a motorbike. They didn't pull me over. They were just like, "What the fuck," on a motorbike, and they just took the joint. They didn't even like harass me. They're just like, "Yeah, no, you can't do this." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, it's like, if I mean, if I was a dude, probably, or if I was like, they just want to check me out. They just want to see who I am, what the fuck I'm doing, because I'm a yellow van that's been parked at the street now for 2 days. People don't know who I am. You know, this is a small town. They don't know who I am. They probably got questions. And especially if the cops are just driving by, they want to just know themselves, you know? And sometimes cops just pull over because, I mean, I stay in a spot for a while. Sometimes I'm just in a spot for a while and they just want to check to make sure that I'm like the car's working okay and I'm not stuck because they see that I'm from another place and they assume I'm a traveler, you know? I will definitely be in touch. Gotta go, love. I would love that. Okay, I am going to get off though. It's 4 hours. We've been on the stream for 4 hours. Thanks for helping me get through a cop conflict, being like, I'm at work. I'm just a person who's working. Love you for that, motherfuckers. Okay, I'm going to smoke the rest of this joint. Have the rest of this Patagonia beer. Thanks so much. This has been a great live stream. Sundays and Tuesdays, every Sunday, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Paraguay time. So 4 hours difference from what the fuck it is now because we started, this is a 4 hour stream. 4 hours from where we are right now. The live stream starts Sundays and Tuesdays. I hope to see you again. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone. And. Oh my God, I made 60 cents. Amazing. And, oh, that's not this. 4 p.m. Central. Hell yes. I'll see you then, okay? Sunday. I'll see you Sunday and Tuesday. You, I have to do a thing for. Share is real. And why aren't you ending? My friend, why are you not ending? Oh my God, go away. Can I just exit out of you?